You didn't write Ohio.
No,
Neil Young did.
Neil did.
But you love that song.
Well, I get a call from Crosby. I'm in Los Angeles. Neil and David are up in a place that I had in Pescadero in Northern California. It was a friend's house. Crosby called me. He goes, book the studio right now. Get the band together. Get Halverson, who's our engineer, Bill Halverson. I'm coming down tomorrow. I said, boy, you sound intense. What the hell's going on?
What's going on?
He said, wait until you hear this song. I said, what is it? He said, it's called Ohio, and Neil wrote it. I said, what happened? He said, I showed Neil a newspaper with you remember that famous John Philo picture of the girl leaning over the dead body?
You're talking about at Kent State.
At Kent State.
One of the students had been shot by a National Guardsman.
4 of them.
Yes.
We slaughtered our own children.
Yes.
Right, so here's the story. So he shows Neil this newspaper or this magazine, whatever it was. He said, I saw Neil walk off with his guitar into the woods, and he comes back an hour later with this song. Right?
Wow.
We had Teach Your Children going, it was already in the top 20. It was going towards the top of the charts.
Right.
We put out Ohio immediately and killed our own single because we thought it was more important to talk about America killing its own children than having a hit record.
You're telling me that Neil Young goes off into the woods, an hour later comes out with a fully formed song.
Completely done, finished.
And Crosby thought the song was so important and so good. He said, come on, guys, let's get together, record this.
Immediately.
Even at
and put it out immediately.
Put it out immediately.
Ahmet Ertegun was in the studio. So we cut Ohio. It took us about an hour and a half.
The whole song was cut in an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah. It's a very simple song.
No one does that anymore.
Well, you know.
Would you grace us with a little bit of Ohio?
Sure.
He's here now. So you want to...
Graham Nash?
Yeah,
I'll do the notes with you. We'll get started. What was the, when the Crosby, Stills, and Nash got together, he was in the Hollies.
Yes.
But he was, okay, I'll start that from King Midas' story.
He was sort of disillusioned with what the direction they were taking.
Right, and then he hooked up with Crosby, and where did they find Stills?
No, Crosby and Stills were at Joni Mitchell's house, and
That's where they met.
She invited Graham to come over. I think the way I read it was she sort of knew these 3 guys should get together, but it seemed like an accident. And in the book he says they go over, Crosby and Stills have a new song, they play it once, Graham goes, play it again, and Graham goes, can you do it one more time? And this time he jumps in with them, and they create this sound.
Well, Graham Nash is here, which I'm excited about. One of my favorite artists of all time, Graham Nash. Of course, of the great band Crosby, Stills, and Nash, originally of the Hollies, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for about 20 different reasons. Look at you.
Twice.
Man. You look good. Yeah, you really do. You take care of yourself, right?
No, you know, it's really easy to look like a peacock when you're standing next to 2 turkeys.
Well, yes, but, you know, it's funny. When I even see Neil Young now, he's put on a tremendous amount of weight.
Really?
I think so.
I saw Neil a week ago. He didn't look
He looked heavy to me.
Well, you know, as we get older, I mean, look at you. You look great, too. I mean, you know.
No, I'm trying to keep the weight down. You keep the weight down.
How old are you now, 40?
40?
Oh.
Yeah.
You're so
40.
flattering.
And what are you like? 43, I read.
Yeah, just over. 43 and a half.
Does it kill you getting older, honestly? Do you, I mean, it literally does kill you, but...
It's not for the faint-hearted, Howard, as you well know.
No.
You know, when you wake up with aches and pains, things drop off and things grow that you never even knew.
When you were writing your book, all right, because Graham has put out a new book, Graham Nash, and we're going to talk about it today, but when you were writing your book and you go back and you sort of look at your archives and you look at all the pictures of you guys when you were young, isn't it? It's like looking at a different person, right?
And it's terrifying. That's the one thing about celebrity that I'm not crazy about is seeing myself from a young kid to grow into this, you know, gray-haired man here.
Because, you know, I'm always shocked when I look at the old Crosby, Stills, and Nash pictures and I see, like, you know, David Crosby was this shockingly good-looking guy. I mean, you know, and you know, he's gotten out of shape. You know, age has not been kind. But the voice is still there, right?
Crosby's singing his ass off, kid.
He's lucky he can. I mean,
that's right.
He's a survivor.
That's right. Well, you know, I think the average lifespan for a liver transplant is like 15 years.
Right.
He's already
and
18
how many years.
Is 18 and going.
Wow,
yeah.
That's remarkable. You know, I'm thinking about the Crosby, Stills, and Nash and your new book because you write about the history, and I always love that. And I love talking music with musicians and how you wrote certain songs.
Right.
So I'm excited that you're here today, especially with your guitar. And, you know, I was thinking all the way back to, like, the Hollies. When you were in there, and you started to write music, and you started to get experimental with your music. That's why you left the Hollies. They were being mean to you.
No, they weren't really being mean. They were just content. They were content to have every single go into the top 10.
When you wrote this song, the Hollies were like, that's too experimental.
King Midas in reverse.
King Midas in reverse. You wrote this, you brought it to the Hollies, and you said, let's do this. And they said, dude, we just want to write hits. What is this?
Yes.
Was that the last straw for you? Were you like, that's it, I'm done?
Yeah.
You knew
well, a couple of things happened. That, they didn't want to do that. I'd actually written Marrakesh Express, and somewhere in the bowels of EMI, Abbey Road, there's a track of the Hollies doing Marrakesh, and it sucks. Right?
Wow.
So those two things, they wanted to do an album of Bob Dylan songs in Las Vegas, kind of brass, kind of, it sucked.
So you're saying you brought them Marrakesh Express, and they
didn't think it was going to be a hit.
Oh my God! One of the biggest hits for Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Correct.
And you just did that stick in your craw? And one day when you finally were set up with Crosby, Stills and Nash, you brought it to them and you said, "Look, guys, let's do this." And they were probably like, "Yeah, this is it. Let's do it."
That's why I'm so bonded to Crosby, because he saved my ass. Because when you refuse to record what we consider to be decent songs, it shakes you to your core as a musician, as an artist. You think, I must be wrong. If they're not doing it, I must be. But then Crosby said, come over here.
I can't imagine how many people's spirits were crushed by someone saying no. I feel like that about my early career in radio. So many people say no, and I'm amazed that I just kind of knew to keep going. And you leaving the Hollies is not a very secure kind of thing. That was a big deal.
It was a big deal, except for one thing, Howard.
Yeah.
I had heard me and David and Stephen sing.
Was that at Joni Mitchell's house?
It was indeed, in her living room, yes.
All right. So you guys got together. You were in the Hollies. Crosby was in, what band was he in at that point?
I think he'd just been thrown out of the Byrds.
He was thrown out of the Byrds. You
Yeah.
were all sort of outcasts of different bands.
That's right.
And Stephen
I wasn't so out.
Joni Mitchell understood that you guys would work well together, right?
Actually, Cass Elliot.
Was that who?
Before John, yes.
Cass Elliot said you should meet David Crosby.
Mama Cass.
Yes, Mama. Hey, Robin, how are you doing, kid?
Mama
I'm
Cass,
good.
you say in your book, try to seduce you. You were not interested in having sex with her.
No.
But you became very good friends.
Incredible friends, yes.
Was she upset about that? The fact that, I mean, it had to be hard for her because she wasn't a stunningly beautiful woman.
Yeah, it must have been hard for Cass because, she was a very loving woman.
Right.
And she knew that she was overweight. She knew, I think she had a crush on Denny. From the Mamas and Papas.
Right.
She absolutely did.
And that didn't go anywhere,
Yeah.
I made her cry within 5 minutes of meeting her because she asked me what would John Lennon think of the Mamas and Papas, and I said, well, knowing John a little, he'd probably put you down at first until he felt comfortable and let you into his close circle,
And she started crying?
Oh, yeah.
Because she felt,
She had a crush on John, but I didn't know it.
Oh, it must have been so hard for her because she's around all these exciting artists, these good-looking guys. You guys are good-looking guys, and she couldn't. She was probably sexually frustrated. And meanwhile, in the Mamas and the Papas, Michelle Phillips was like the sex bomb of all time.
That's why I went down to the studio.
Did you instantly fall in love with Joni Mitchell when you met her?
I'm afraid I have to say yes.
Yeah.
It was an
were
astounding
smitten.
moment.
She's some artist, huh?
Brilliant. She's a genius.
Were you intimidated by her talent, or
No.
did it spur you on to write great music?
No, I was full of piss and vinegar. I thought I was, decent, songwriter until I started hanging out with David and Stephen and Neil and Joni, and then I began to really realize what songwriting should be about.
When you hang out with people like Joni Mitchell and Stephen Stills and David Crosby, do you become a better songwriter?
Absolutely.
They teach you things by just hanging out with them?
Absolutely.
Wow.
To see the way they structure songs, to see what they talk about in songs.
You know what's an amazing story? Stephen Stills, and I agree with you that he is one of the most underrated guitar players. I find him unbelievable, even when he did his solo work. Tremendous guitar solos and all that stuff.
Yes.
But Joni Mitchell wrote the song Woodstock.
Indeed.
She was upset, right, that she didn't get to go to Woodstock.
Well, she was supposed to go.
Right.
But she also, Woodstock finished on the Sunday. She was supposed to do the Dick Cavett show on Monday, and it was a very important TV show for her biggest entry into TV world, right?
Right, yeah.
But then when 20,000 people are coming, 50,000 people are coming, 100,000 people are coming, 500,000 people are coming, Elliot and Geffen didn't think she'd be able to get out of there to do the TV show.
And they were
She
worried
didn't
about
go.
that.
Of course.
And that
So they
killed
kept her there.
So that killed her, and she decided, that's it, I'm writing this song, Woodstock. But the getting to my point about Stephen Stills, when he heard the song,
Yes.
he said,
He
what?
said, Joan, can I use that song? Well, of course, she said.
Because-
But can I change it? And he turned it into the great rock and roll song that it is.
He really did. Stephen Stills heard this song and knew how to arrange it to make it a hit. And
Absolutely.
that's genius, isn't it?
It is.
Even he took someone else's song.
That's
and
right.
this is one of the best Crosby, Stills, and Nash songs of all time, I think. I love
How
when
does
Joni
Joni
does it.
feel about it?
Joni must have loved it.
I think she did because, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it took her song, which was like a dark, purpley kind of song, and
Right.
turned it into a balls-out rock and roll song.
So you're saying that when you were with the Hollies, they stifled your creativity. Mama Cass introduces you to
Crosby.
Crosby. You and Crosby vibe immediately.
Indeed.
Do you just go off somewhere and play together? How does this vibe
No,
occur?
we didn't actually. We didn't actually. Crosby called me one day and he said, "Come on, I want you to go up to my friend Peter Tork's house." Peter was, of course, in the Monkees and a very,
Yeah.
very great, you know, social kind of guy.
Was Peter Tork a good musician? Or was it just the Monkees?
That's a good. Well,
No.
compared to what?
I mean, were any of those guys? I've heard people say Michael Nesmith.
He just
was,
gave good parties.
Yeah, right.
Ah,
So Tork had good parties.
That's right.
And
So-
you guys were up for a party.
Yeah, and Crosby and I went up there and we opened up the door of the house, and of course this incredible cloud of smoke comes out of the front door.
Right.
And there's this kid pounding the shit out of the piano. And I'm trying to listen to this kid because it's great. And Crosby's nattering at me, and I say, "Wait a second, I want to hear this kid." He goes, "If you'll just shut up, that's who I want to introduce you to. His name is Stephen Stills."
Oh, wow. And Stills, what was he doing at that point?
He, the Buffalo Springfield had broken up.
Oh, I see. So he was free.
He was free.
Agent.
Yeah.
So much of this depends on timing, right? Because once you get into a band and a record deal and all that,
With different record companies.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's when the three of you said, "Hey, let's sit down and maybe write a few songs together, see if we can do that." Is that when you played in Marrakesh Express?
No.
No?
What happened is I came from London to Los Angeles to be with Joni.
Right.
And David and Stephen were at dinner. And after dinner and smoking a big one, you know, David says to Stephen, "Hey, play Willie that song." And so they sang "You Don't Have to Cry," which is a great Stephen Stills song.
Right.
They did it two-part. I said, "Wow, incredible song. Do me a favor, sing it one more time." They looked at each other, kind of shrugged, and sang it one more time. They got to the end, and I said, "Okay, bear with me. One more time." I had my harmony down. I had the words remembered. Whatever vocal sound Crosby, Stills, and Nash has was born in 40 seconds.
Wow. That's crazy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So you guys meet, and there was some sort of story in your book about that you auditioned in a way for. Who
Yes.
was it? Who did you audition
Well,
for?
we had this apartment in London on Moscow Road where we were rehearsing the first record, and we were good. We could play that entire first record on a couple of acoustic guitars and 3 voices.
Wow.
We were pretty damn good.
You were well rehearsed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And George Harrison and Peter Asher came over. We kind of wanted to be on Apple. They just signed James Taylor.
Yeah.
They were an up-and-coming record company. It
Perfect
was
fit.
the Beatles. Come
Right.
on, let's go.
Yeah.
They didn't like what we did.
Peter Asher
Wow.
And George Harrison.
and George Harrison listened to you guys perform that first album.
Live in front of their face.
And is that intimidating?
We thought we were crazy. We thought, well, maybe we're not this good. But we did the same thing with Paul and Arthur.
What did George Harrison say? Like, what did he say to you after? He goes, "Well, it's just not right for Apple."
That decision came like 2 days later. They just kind of ummed and ahed and patted us on the head
Why
and
the
left.
fuck couldn't they get that?
I don't know. To this day, I don't know.
And then you also played in front of
Paul and Arthur.
Paul Simon.
Yeah, and Art Garfunkel. Same thing.
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel
They
sat
didn't
you
get it
down.
either?
They had the ability to get you signed to what? Some label, right?
Yeah, Columbia,
Columbia.
probably, you know.
And you sat down and you played them the first album.
Yes.
Live. You
Start
did a
to
concert.
finish. And they didn't get it.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
what was
Maybe
that?
you guys aren't good.
That's what we
That's
thought.
what that proves.
That's what we thought. And then I thought, well, maybe it's competition or...
Oh, that would
what?
have crushed me.
It would have crushed
That's
me.
crazy.
It was crazy. We didn't quite know what was really going on.
Is that the beauty of being in a band? When you get crushing news like that, at least you have your two brothers to
Yeah,
sort of
absolutely.
lean on. And
Yeah,
say,
you can light one up and forget the whole thing.
So who the hell believed in you?
Ahmet Erdogan.
Ahmet Erdogan. Boy, that guy had a set of ears, huh?
I'm telling you.
Where, did you do the same thing for Ahmet? Did you
And
go?
he loved it to death.
He got it.
Because he's a music man.
Right.
That's one of the things that's wrong with music companies now.
But George Harrison is a musician.
Yeah, I know, and so is Peter
And so is
Asher.
Paul Simon.
right.
And so is Arthur Garfunkel.
It's unbelievable.
It blew my mind.
So it proves a point that Ahmet Ertegun, who is a businessman,
But a music man.
a music man, but a
Yes.
businessman,
Yes.
got it more. He understood the commercial potential
Sure
of
he
Crosby,
did.
Stills,
And it was
Nash.
Ahmet that suggested Neil join us.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because you see,
Right.
Stephen had played almost every instrument on that first record. He played the bass, he played the B3, he played lead guitar, he played the piano, right?
Yeah.
When we made that record and we knew that we had to go on the road, how do we do that if one member played all the instruments?
Is that why Neil Young was always in and out of the band? Stephen is such a strong musical presence and really a master arranger and stuff. Did those two clash? Is that the problem?
They must have. Because, you know, when Ahmet said, I know who you need to get, man. You need to get Neil Young.
Why did he feel Crosby, Stills, and Nash even needed Neil Young? Brilliant move. I mean, I love the combination of the four of you.
We did need another player to play the stuff that Stephen couldn't play if he was playing lead guitar, right?
Right.
Ahmet also understood that part of the magic of the Buffalo Springfield was this clash,
Yes.
guitar-wise, between Stephen and Neil, who would stand like stags on each side of the stage and play a great thing, and then Stephen would go, okay, motherfucker, try this.
It was a competition.
Okay, absolutely.
Right, so
and
when-
it's to this day.
They don't get along, do they?
No, they do. They love each other to death.
But it bothered you as a musician and also as a founding member of Crosby, Stills, and Nash, that Young, and I get this so much, that Young would come and go, and that the band didn't mean as much to him as it did to the three of you.
I think it did. I just think that he was very focused and concentrated on Neil Young, as he should be.
But I got crazy as a fan when Neil would go off with Crazy Horse, and I felt Crazy Horse was not a great band compared to Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I was actually angry because I love the collaboration of the
Right,
four of you.
right.
Were you personally hurt when Neil says, and Neil, how did Neil tell you he was leaving the band the first time?
He never said. Let me tell you something. You know, there's a lot of people don't think that Neil Young played in Woodstock because he's not on the film.
Why is he not on the film?
Because he told every single cameraman, you shoot one frame of me and you're dead.
And
Yeah.
now I bet he regrets that.
Maybe. But
Oh,
you know what? He's a giant star, so maybe it was right.
Well, you want to know something? I've talked to Leslie West of Mountain. You know, Mountain was at Woodstock.
Sure.
They had a manager who said, concert film, we don't, unless you pay us X amount of dollars, and they were left out of the film, and it would have been huge for Mountain, because that was a
Absolutely.
great band.
Yeah. I think we all knew that Woodstock was going to be something else, you know.
Do you like your album, Four-Way Street?
I love the spontaneity and the live feel. Some of the tuning bothers me.
It is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Wait until you hear what I'm doing now, Howard.
What are you doing now?
I'm 11 mixes from a 40-song, 3-CD set of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young from our 1974 tour, and it will stun you.
Why is it so much better than Four-Way Street? The reason I like Four-Way Street is because the tuning is off and because there are errors. It wasn't manufactured. It was sitting at a
Right.
real concert. I like that.
Well, we got better and better as a band.
Right.
And in 1974, which of course is, 3 or 4 years after Four-Way Street, we were a better band.
So the album you're working on now is better harmonies?
Yes.
Right. You're just better musicians.
And
at
not
that
only
point.
that, but Neil Young hit a writing streak that was unbelievable.
Unbelievably
I mean,
prolific.
He's a great musician. It's Neil Young, for God's
So
sake.
didn't it break your heart when Neil decides to leave?
No.
I want to talk to you about some of the songs you wrote, and you have been very gracious to play some of them today. And I'm so excited. By the way, we're sitting here, in case you haven't figured it out, we're here with Graham Nash. His new book is called Wild Tales, and a lot of the things we're talking about are covered in the book. You can also go to
It's
Graham Nash.
like he knew everyone in the music industry.
Well, barely.
He's like
because
the Zelig of music.
these guys were so high, I don't think they know who the hell was in the room.
That's
Right. And maybe
correct.
these stories aren't even true.
You know, in a way, it's kind of dangerous when you read your book because I am someone who dropped acid as well, and I am very anti-acid. I had a terrible experience with it because I took a 4-way hit by myself, and I didn't understand what was happening.
Gotcha.
But yet you credit a lot of your creativity to drugs. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, because, what else can you do? The fact is we were high most of the time.
And LSD. Do you think you could have written those songs without the use of drugs?
Oh, absolutely.
You could have, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you were just in that zone.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you get more and more famous and your songs become more and more popular, doesn't that just inspire you more to write and
Of course.
your confidence goes through
I'm
the
telling
roof?
you, like I said before, we were full of piss and vinegar.
I love the song Chicago so much. And this was written by you.
Yes.
And I didn't understand the origin of this song until I started to do some research. Chicago was a hotbed. It was 1968.
Yep.
The Chicago Democratic Convention was going on.
That's right.
The Vietnam War was in full swing.
Correct.
A lot of people felt if they went to the convention and protested Hubert Humphrey and all of these people, that it would change the world, that we could make a difference as young people.
And I still believe it.
Yeah. But the thing is, I didn't know who you were writing this for when you said, please come to Chicago.
Just to sing.
You were playing this to
Stephen and Neil.
Stephen and Neil,
Yeah.
because they didn't want to go to Chicago.
No, it's not that they didn't want to go. They couldn't. They had prior arrangements. And Wavy Gravy, who made the initial call to me to say, won't you come to Chicago just to sing and raise money for their defense fund, it was very fast. David and I actually had the time off to be able to do it, but Stephen and Neil didn't. They wanted to go.
But isn't this song a plea to them to come
Yes,
to
it
Chicago, to drop whatever commitments they had?
Exactly.
Because this was more important. This was a life-changing event.
Exactly.
You got to play it.
Let's treat it. What time is this in the
I
morning?
know it's early, but come on. This is such a beautiful
It's
song.
11 p.m. at night.
Does a song like
thank
this,
you, Robin.
Did this song just come streaming out of you because you were so fired up about Chicago Convention?
Absolutely, as most songs do.
It's one of the great activist songs of
Well,
all
you
time.
can't bind and chain and gag a man and call it a fair trial, Howard.
Right.
No matter if he's guilty or innocent, you can't chain him to the bench and call it fair.
You're talking about the Chicago 7, right?
I am.
Okay, so you are a advocate of peace and love and also but an activist. Is that because of your father?
Yes, it is.
A terrible
Yes.
terrible thing happened to your father with the justice system.
That's right. He bought a camera from a friend of his at work.
Right.
And his main joy was to go and shoot pictures of his children at the zoo, for instance.
Right.
And my father turned me on to photography way before I was a musician.
You are a photographer.
Yes, indeed.
Right. You take a lot of pictures. Your stuff's on in shows
That's
and
right.
things like that.
My camera's sitting right on your desk.
You
right
always
here.
have your camera with you.
on
What do
the-
you shoot? What kind of camera?
I have a Leica X2. It's a beautiful little small digital point and shoot, and it's fabulous. The lens is sharp as hell. I love this camera.
When you were a
Anyway,
young...
so my dad
Yeah, go ahead.
had bought this camera. The police come to the door, which was unheard of in England. Police at your door? Are you kidding me?
Right.
They wanted to know where he had bought the camera because it had been stolen.
Okay.
And he wouldn't tell them.
Because he wasn't a rat.
Yeah, you don't grass on your friends. You just don't. So anyway, consequently, he ended
Did your
up
dad know it was a stolen camera that he had bought?
And he certainly did when the police came to the door.
Right.
And he went to jail for a year, and he broke his heart, and he died at 46.
Oh.
And you feel because he went to jail, he died young?
No doubt about it.
What did he die of technically? What was the autopsy?
Something wrong with his liver. About a couple of days before I went on tour with the Hollies to Europe, I went to see my dad. He was in hospital. I couldn't find him. And it's my father. I can't recognize him. And then I saw this orange person.
Wow.
And it was my dad. So obviously something was mightily wrong with his liver.
And you feel that he maybe picked something up in prison or
I just think that when your psyche is down, when you feel like a piece of shit, when you don't think that you're worth anything, everything starts to deteriorate.
is that why Chicago is such an important song to you? Because you're like, hey, let's fight the injustice, let's fight the system.
Correct.
Because sometimes the system is going to break a man's spirit.
That's right, and it did in my father's case.
Did you know, I just remember that bands were so much more important when I was growing up because of that kind of stuff. You actually got your information, your calling.
It's true,
was
but
through
don't
music.
forget that we're completely controlled by the media these days. You know it. You're king of media, right? You know that the people that own the world's media, you could probably count on two hands. They don't want protest songs on their airwaves.
No.
They want us to be sheep and lie down, buy another pair of sneakers and a soft drink and let me rob you.
Does that
That's
upset
what-
you?
Yes, it
Didn't
does.
you think when our generation came into power, it was going to be completely different, that things were really going to change and get different?
That's true, but we forgot about time.
What do you mean?
Well, the momentum.
How it changes you?
Yeah, no, not that. The momentum of
What?
the planet is so gigantic that to move it even a microsecond takes an enormous amount of energy and time. We did think that we could change the world, but it just happened took longer than we thought it would.
Well, hey, a lot of people just sort of take on their parents' views and they kind of settle into middle age.
That's right, and they're content.
You know, you love the song Ohio, as long as we're talking about activist type music. You didn't write Ohio.
No,
Neil Young
Neil did.
But you love that song.
Well, I get a call from Crosby. I'm in Los Angeles. Neil and David are up in a place that I had in Pescadero in Northern California. It was a friend's house. Crosby called me and goes, book the studio right now. Get the band together. Get Halverson, who's our engineer, Bill Halverson. I'm coming down tomorrow. I said, boy, you sound intense. What the hell's going on?
What's going on?
He said, wait until you hear this song. I said, what is it? He said, it's called Ohio, and Neil wrote it. I said, what happened? He said, I showed Neil a newspaper with you remember that famous John Philo picture of the girl leaning over the
Right.
the
You're
dead
talking
body?
about at Kent State.
At Kent State.
Yeah.
One of the students had been shot by a National Guardsman.
4 of them.
Yes.
We slaughtered our own children.
Yes.
Right, so here's the story. So he shows Neil this newspaper or this magazine, whatever it was. He said, I saw Neil walk off with his guitar into the woods, and he comes back an hour later with this song, right?
Wow.
We had Teach Your Children going, it was already in the top 20. It was going towards the top of the charts.
Right.
We put out Ohio immediately and killed our own single because we thought it was more important to talk about America killing its own children than having a hit record.
You're telling me that Neil Young goes off into the woods, an hour later comes out with a fully formed song.
Completely done, finished.
And Crosby thought the song was so important and so good. He said, come on, guys, let's get together, record this.
Immediately.
Even at
And
the...
put it out immediately.
And put it out immediately. even though-
Ahmet Erdogan was in the studio. So we cut Ohio. It took us about an hour and a half.
The whole song was cut in an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah. It's a very simple song.
No one does that anymore.
Well, you know.
When Neil goes in the woods and writes that, just from a technical standpoint, how does he come out and present that to you?
Just like that.
He said he played that for you on a guitar.
On an acoustic guitar, and he said, what are we going to do with it?
You don't write this down, the music. In other words, he just keeps it in his head.
None of us write music. None of us read music.
Right. So
Nobody.
so he just goes off and he comes out with that riff, ding, you know, that riff.
Isn't that a Neil Young riff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
and,
no kidding.
and when you go in the studio and record it in an hour and a half, because it's a band, does Neil make the decision about how it's going to be recorded since he wrote it, or is it a democratic process?
It's a slightly democratic process, but he actually leaned on Stephen a lot. Because they're the real rock and roll heart of CSNY. Let's get real.
Right.
I mean, Crosby's a little jazz influence. You know, me, I have no idea what my influence is, but it was mainly Stephen and Neil who made that great rock and roll track.
I see. So when you get in the studio, you defer to those two, and you say, "Okay, guys, what are we doing?" And if you make a suggestion, and does someone ever say, "That's just a stupid suggestion. Don't do that," because that would crush your spirit, also, right?
Yeah, and we're very tender with each other because we're brothers.
Yeah.
And no matter what we have done, you know, how much backstabbing and how much shit that we've given each other, you know, we really love each other, and we really realize that the most important part of what we do is the music.
Why do you think you never married Joni Mitchell? You were so madly in love with her. You met her at the time when you were in the Hollies, before Crosby, Stills and Nash, right?
Correct.
And she was a beauty, and what a talent. I mean, she had it all.
Yes, she did. And still does, of course.
How long were you with her?
2 years.
2 years. Or was it a
Just
great?
2 years.
Was it a great love affair?
It was a great love affair. You know, I'm a little hesitant to say it, but she was at that time absolutely the love of my life.
So why didn't you marry her and create a life with her?
I had just gotten divorced from my first wife.
I see.
And it was a bitter feeling for me, and I didn't know whether I was.
Why were you bitter?
Because of my love had failed with my first wife.
It was a great defeat.
I was defeated. You know, I had to give up. I don't give up.
Yes, but you must have got married very young. I mean,
I did get married young.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things. And Joni and I talked about getting married. And I told her that I would have been with her for the rest of my life.
But she kept harping on the marriage thing.
She
She
didn't
wanted
keep
marriage?
harping on it, but we did talk about it.
And that scared you off.
Yes. What was that, Robin?
She wanted marriage.
We talked about getting married. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, You know, people used to say that when you and Joni, walked into a room, the place would light up. I mean, we were totally in love with each other.
So when you broke up with her, it was because she was looking for marriage, and you weren't willing to commit at that point. You were just got mad.
Not quite.
Right. No?
She had a grandmother, Sadie Jane McKee, I think her name was, who wanted to go on stage and was stopped by her husband from going on stage. You're supposed to be a wife, cook my dinner, take care of the kids, and get on with it. And Joni felt that maybe I wanted her to give up her career and be my wife.
Oh.
The furthest thing from my mind. How the hell can you be with Joni Mitchell and say, stop playing?
That's so sexy that she can play and do that, yeah.
And what a beautiful woman she is. You know?
Was there ever any thought of letting her be Crosby, Stills, and Nash, ever bringing a woman into the mix?
Yeah, that's funny. That would have been interesting. No, there was never any. But, you know, Joni was always one of the lads. You know, she can take a car apart and put it back together, you know.
Are you still friends with her?
Absolutely.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
So it was amicable when you broke up?
I think that I'm probably one of the only men in her life that she really likes still.
Isn't it peculiar how, like, David Crosby is a true hippie. When it came to women, David Crosby would share a woman with you. Like, he didn't get possessive at all. Like,
Not at all.
He'd say to you, Graham, this girl is terrific. You should know her as well.
He did exactly that with John.
Is that a mental? Don't you think that's a little bit? Because he had already slept with Joni.
Yes.
And then he said, "Hey, come meet Joni."
Yes.
And he did that. And then there was another love of his life, a tragedy. He met a girl,
Christine,
Christine,
yes.
and she died in a car crash.
Yeah, she rolled us a couple of joints by the pool. Said, "Here, enjoy, smoke these." We never saw her again. She was taking the cats to the vet in Nevada, in Northern California.
Right.
One of the cats jumped into a lap and scratched her. She reached down to take the cat off her lap, veered into a school bus, and was killed instantly.
And by the way, they do say with your animals, you shouldn't let them run in the car free. That's
Not
something
cats,
we've learned.
yeah.
They can be dangerous.
Put them in a cage.
But
Yes.
but he even that was the love of his life, and he shared her with you, right?
Yes.
Isn't that? Don't you think?
And you would
that's
just
really...
take these girls?
Well, why not?
Well, you know what, Robin, you know, a beautiful woman is a beautiful woman, you know?
But didn't that ruin the relationship?
Not at
for
all.
It didn't. David wouldn't say to you, "Shit, you fucked my girlfriend."
No, no,
It's
not at all.
mind-blowing to
He's
me.
not that possessive.
But I'm so possessive. I could never share a woman.
Yeah, but you're not David Crosby, Howard.
Could you share one?
Graham,
a
did
woman?
you ever share?
No, but he gave him chocolates. Did you share as well? Was that your thing too?
No, that wasn't my thing. No.
I can't tell if that's a healthy thing or if that's kind of like a mental illness type thing.
Maybe it's both.
But I was also shocked to read that this girl that we talk about who died,
Yes, Christine.
he met her when she was 14. Did you ever say to him, "You could go to jail for that"?
No, because he wasn't sleeping with her when she was 14.
Oh, he wasn't?
She ran his fan club.
Oh, I see.
You know, it was only until later, until she became older, that
I
he
see.
got together.
How
with her.
old did he wait till?
15.
I actually don't know the answer to that, Robin. I don't.
The song "Teach Your Children," which is a song you wrote, which is one of my favorite songs. You saw a photograph by Diane Arbus, who is a great photographer.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorites. And it was the image of a boy in Central Park. Was he holding a gun or something?
No, he's holding a hand grenade.
A hand grenade?
Yeah, a plastic hand grenade. Here's the story, right? When I sold my photograph collection at Sotheby's in the late 80s,
Right.
early 90s,
What do you mean you sold your photograph collection?
I had an incredible collection of classic, great photographs.
The original photographs?
Oh, yes, that I'd collected for many, many, many years. But then I saw the digital revolution coming.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I knew that I would have to either get on this train or get run over.
Right.
So I sold my photographs to raise a couple of $1 million to go into this new venture. A show of my collection had a Diane Arbus photograph of the boy in Central Park with a hand grenade next to a portrait of Krupp, who was the German arms magnate, right? And I looked at these two images with this young kid with a plastic hand grenade is grimacing and would, willingly blown up the world, next to the portrait of the man that did blow up the world.
Right.
And I began to realize that if we don't teach our children a better way of dealing with our fellow human beings, we're fucked.
So is that what went in your head? Oh, we have to teach our children well?
That's right.
That's it. That's how the song developed. You
That's
had
how it
the
started.
phrase, "teach our children well."
That's
Just
right.
give me a little verse and chorus of teach your children well. And how long did it take you to write this song? Was this one of these that just pour right out of you?
No, this was,
You had to work at
2 or
this.
3 hours, because I began to realize that it was a two-way street, that not only do we have to teach our children well, but we have to learn from our children also.
Give me a little bit of it, if you don't mind.
It sounded like Henry VIII, right?
Right.
Stephen heard the song. He said, don't ever play it like that again.
But you say when you originally wrote that song, it was eerie and slow.
Yes, and very English, and you who are on the road. It's like very English, right?
And Stephen was the one who said, make it a country song.
Not only that, but he turned it into the hit that it became.
Don't put that guitar down yet. I got to ask you about a bunch of other ones.
Okay.
When you wrote Our House, I love this story. You were living with Joni Mitchell, and
we went to breakfast at Art's Deli on Ventura. You probably know it.
I don't even know how to get out of my house.
Yeah,
Go ahead, yes.
Well, so we'd finished breakfast and we were walking back to her car and we passed an antique store. And she saw a vase in the window that she really liked. And Joni, you know, hardly spends $1 on herself. I persuaded her to buy it. And it was one of those grey, drizzly mornings in Los Angeles. We got back to the house and I said, hey, I'm going to light a fire. Why don't you put some flowers in that new... All of a sudden, I'm off and running.
Is that what happens?
That's
as you're saying it, you realize it's a poem.
I realize it's such an incredibly ordinary moment that millions of men may have gone through.
I'll light the fire.
Yeah, you make the dinner, I'll light the fire, right?
So the words came first? So in other words...
That first line came first.
And then where does the tune come from?
You know,
do you rush off and say, I got to write that right now?
No, it just came all together. It only took me about an hour and a half to write Our House.
Let me hear a little bit, just a little.
Well, it's a piano song, but
go ahead, a little bit on the guitar.
I'll light the fire. Yeah, I don't even know the chords in it. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. I mean, it's a very simple song.
You were really recounting what just happened in town.
What had just happened, what I just said to Joan.
Why do you play Blackbird in concert so much? Is that just a beautiful song to you?
Oh, what an incredible song.
It's a song, really, that the Beatles wrote about black people. They were saying, he was saying,
civil rights movement.
Civil rights movement. Time for you to rise up, spread your wings and fly.
That's right, because you know in England, as you well know, a woman is usually not called a chick, but called a bird, right?
Yeah.
Bird,
and so they were, you know, it was a civil rights movement.
Who wrote it? McCartney wrote it?
It's a pure McCartney song.
Right, and when he wrote it, what he was trying to say is, was he singing it to a black chick or just to
I believe
everyone?
so.
Yeah,
I believe so. You know,
Blackbird
to
fly.
rise up, take your wings, come on, let's go, let's rock. This is the 20th century.
And so when you guys are in concert, a lot of times you'll do Blackbird. You just love it.
Very much. I did it night before last, as a matter of fact.
I told you one of my favorite songs that you wrote was Right Between the Eyes because it makes me think of my grandfather.
Why?
Because I told you this years ago. Right Between the Eyes was a thing my grandfather, he used to talk about looking a man right between the eyes.
How interesting.
That was his thing. And when I heard that song, it always brings me to tears. And you actually played it in my studio. You don't remember, but I do. We play it all the time. It's so great. And but you wrote that about, oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Go for it.
You just want to see me cry.
My head is hanging heavy with the thoughts of him in mind. It's sacrilege for us to take advantage of the blind. So tell before you come to me from out of yonder skies. A man's a man who looks a man right between the eyes.
Love that. I'm going to go to bed with you.
Oh, my.
That was
Now
about a
it
woman.
finally comes out.
But
Howard Stern, gay.
that was a woman. Yeah, come on, let's get crazy. Well, that was about a woman. You were seeing.
When a man writes like that, you have to sleep with him.
Were you sleeping with a woman who was a friend,
Yes.
friend's wife?
Yes,
And that was your confessional song?
yes.
Because, in other words, you were saying, I want to look you between the eyes and
And
confess.
tell you what happened. Yeah, they had a breakup in their relationship, and there was like this month-long gap. And I loved this woman. She was a stunning beauty, a white Russian lady, and you know, I had a very short, very satisfying affair with her. But I felt a little guilty, you know, because she was still with John, and that was my confessional song. Yes.
I wish I could look you
Did he
right
get
between
it?
the eyes. Did you actually tell your friend? Did you confess to him?
I never did.
You never did. It's just a song fantasizing about if you could have.
That's right.
You're sad telling that story.
Yeah, I am sad.
Oh, you're ashamed of it?
No, I just didn't. I don't want to bring pain to anybody.
Right.
Because don't forget I wrote, and the pain that we could bring to him, I don't think he could beat. Please don't ask me how I know. I've just been up that street, and all the people living there have been silenced by their own lies. A man's a man who looks a man right between the eyes.
So what you're saying there is, I didn't
have the balls to tell him.
Because you know that kind of pain, someone had done that to you?
That's right.
Wow. Who did that to you?
Several ladies.
They ran off with a guy that...
Sure.
Yeah.
I think every guy happened to you.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of someone in particular who did that. Who was like banging my friend, and she thought, she goes, I didn't know I was your girlfriend. I go, I thought you were. I didn't realize.
Don't we all go through madness with these women? I mean, that's why I got into rock and roll in the first place. I wanted to get laid, you know.
And laid you did, my friend.
I'm afraid I did.
Yes, you did. What's going on now? You're married, right?
I've been married to Susan for 37 years.
How's that going?
Phenomenal.
Haven't shared it with anybody?
Nope.
You say in the book that you did not want Neil Young in the band originally. Why?
We had just created this incredible album with 3-part harmony, right?
Yeah.
Why would we need a 4th harmony?
Right.
I didn't, and why would we invite someone to play in our band whom I'd never met?
Who pushed so hard? Ahmet for that?
Ahmet.
And his word goes? I mean...
yes. Ahmet Ertegun was a very smart man.
But did Stephen at first fight it too?
He fought it. Yeah. What? You want me to go back there again? I just did 2 years with this madman. You want me to go back?
But you couldn't force the Beatles to take on a member that they didn't want. Crosby, Stills and Nash was a very successful band.
That's right.
You could not force 3 guys to take it a 4th.
But listen to the stuff that Neil had been writing.
You're not going to get
Expecting to Fly, Clancy, all those.
You're not going to get an
songs.
argument from me. I just can't figure out how they forced that all on you.
They didn't force it on us. They suggested it. Nobody tells us what to do. Nobody.
It's pretty amazing, too, when you go into how drugs almost like really destroyed Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
They nearly destroyed Crosby, which nearly destroyed Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, yes.
Do you think if something had happened to him, that would have been the end? You and Stephen would
I would have lost complete heart.
Yeah.
Crosby's my brother. I love him.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing music, amazing career.
Thanks, kid.
And what did you do when you saw him going downhill? What do you do?
I felt pretty guilty, actually, Robin. I'll tell you why. Because one of the joys of Crosby's life was the making of music. And I knew that. And so I kept emphasizing and encouraging that side of him. However, the more music you make, especially in those days, the more money you made, the better drugs you could afford. So I was torn totally between keeping my friend's spirit alive and chancing the fact that he would die.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, you write about in the book, too, when you first saw Jimi Hendrix. Like, you were at a club with a bunch of heavyweights. It was you guys. Who else was there?
John and Paul were there.
John and
Brian
Paul.
Jones was there.
Brian Jones of the Stones.
But I didn't. That's not the first time I saw Jimmy. The first time I saw Jimmy was 1965 at the Soupy Sales Easter Show at the Paramount Theater in New York Square.
You are kidding me.
Right?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wait, listen to this. Little Richard is the star of the bill, and we watched him. I mean, he was kick-ass. I mean, Little Richard is phenomenal, right?
Great entertainer.
One day, after the show, he comes out, he is screaming, "You motherfucker, don't you ever play guitar with your teeth again, you mother..." And it was Jimmy.
Great advice. Don't you use those teeth, young man. But then when you were in England, I guess, and all these guys, McCartney's there and Lennon and all that, all these guys who you know, you're all there to what? You had heard about him?
Oh, yeah. His reputation. You know, Eric Clapton and particularly Pete Townsend had been spreading the word about this new kid from America, and that you better come and watch this kid because this is something special.
It was almost like going to school, right?
Yes, for guitar players, yeah.
Clapton said that night was so, it was almost detrimental to him. He felt like he wanted to put down his guitar after he saw Jimi Hendrix.
Well, thank God he didn't.
No, of course not. But it was that mind-blowing.
He was that mind-blowing.
Why was it so mind-blowing?
Because there was an incredible energy. Right. And there was only 3 of them in the experience. There was only Mitch Mitchell on drums and Noel Redding on bass.
Were Mitch and Noel good musicians?
Mitch was an incredible drummer. I don't think that Noel had played bass before he joined the Experience.
That's what I've always heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
And on the albums, Jimmy played all the instruments. That's what I've heard.
I still think that that Noel played bass, and Mitch very much played drums, because Mitch Mitchell came to live with me in my apartment. He was, he didn't, they were just catching fire, and he didn't have any place to live. So I'd come over and live with me. So then I was able to hang out with Mitch and hang out with Jimmy.
And
let me tell you something. Nobody in the world could beat Jimi Hendrix at Risk. You know the board game Risk?
Yeah.
He'd play Risk on acid. You never stood a chance.
What a life you've had. No wonder you had to write a book.
Amazing.
No, you really have. The book's great, and it does capture a lot of this, but it's almost mind-blowing to think of you guys, all these superstars, sitting in an audience watching Jimi Hendrix. When John Lennon is removed from the earth by this monster, where are you when you hear that word?
I was watching Miami. I think I was watching a football game. I was at Susan's house. And then Howard Cosell came on and said, we just got this news flash that John Lennon had been shot. And by the end of the half, he was dead.
How well did you know him? I mean, it sounds like you knew all these guys.
I met John November the 19th in 1959.
1959.
Wow.
And where is this?
Do you know those kind of shows where a local promoter gets a bunch of local talent, and then at the end they put their hand above it, and if the audience claps better for you, then you win?
Yes.
Check
Like a
this.
talent show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Check this out.
Like America's Got Talent. Yeah.
Me and Alan Clark, who later formed the Hollies, were on that bill. We won. We did a Conway Twitty song called It's Only Make Believe. There was a guy called Freddie Garrity who became Freddie and the Dreamers.
Right.
A man called Ron Wycherley who became Billy Fury. And Johnny and the Moondogs from Liverpool.
And that was John Lennon's band.
That was
They
John
did
Lennon.
Think It Over by Buddy Holly.
And you beat him.
I'm afraid we did.
You did. Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Were you
You
shocked
see
when
why
you?
I call him the Zelig of music?
Were you shocked?
Everywhere.
Were you shocked when you? Yeah. By the way, how do you know where to go to be part of this whole scene? You know.
You just played music. I mean, after World War II, there was nothing the 15-year-old kids had to do. You kick a ball around and you think it's good. And
You
then
seem so brave, though. Were you nervous at 15 to get up on a stage?
I've never been nervous.
Never.
Never.
And when you got up, you always had confidence.
No, that's what I wanted to do. Why would I be nervous? That was Stephen that said he was scared shitless at Woodstock. It wasn't me.
When did you first know you wanted to be a musical
Since I
performer?
was 13 years old.
And what did you see that made you think of that?
Skiffle, Lonnie Donegan, early American rock and roll. I wanted it. I wanted it. Here's
Were you considered a prodigy musically? I mean, did
no,
did
not
anyone?
at all. And I'm still not a great musician. But I can play guitar to write songs and play piano, but I'm not a great
You're a
musician.
great songwriter, wouldn't you think?
I don't know if I'm a great songwriter, but
You're in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but what does that mean, Robin? You know, it's like...
It means something to me. I don't know.
No, it means something
Other
to me, too. It's
songwriters
very
think
important.
you're
but
good, yeah.
I know, but I can't think that way about myself.
So go back. You hear Howard Cosell say that you're a friend. I mean, a guy you knew on the scene,
Yeah.
John Lennon has been shot.
And then the news later, a half hour later, that he had been killed. You know, and the thing that about that really upsets me, and it was just, I felt the same when George passed away, was how many incredible songs were in their minds that we'll never hear.
That's what kills me.
Kills me.
To this day, I think, oh my, what would John Lennon have done if he? I mean, the guy was such an interesting
What
guy.
would Buddy Holly have done with today's technology?
Right.
What would Jimmy do with today's technology?
I often ask Robin that too. I always have this thought, like, if Jimi Hendrix had lived, would he have burned out, or would he be like Sly and the Family Stone, living somewhere where you can't even find him, or would he have been still like one of the great rock acts?
I tend to believe that he would still have been one of the great rock acts because he was so ahead of his time.
But he wasn't doing any more drugs than anyone else. He just got a bad, or maybe he was. Was he doing way too much, like even compared to you guys?
Jimmy's main love was acid.
Acid.
Yeah.
And yet that's not what he
And?
OD'd from.
No, he didn't. And who knows what actually happened?
You
Do we really
you
know?
trip with him a lot?
Several times.
At your place?
Mainly at his place. One day we went to see Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention at the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah.
And Jimmy and I were sitting there together. And we see Brian Jones up in one of the boxes. And so during the intermission, we go, hey, let's go to see if Brian's got anything.
And Brian did.
And so we stood up to go over to the box, and a spotlight hit us. And I'm paralyzed. I'm on acid with Jimi Hendrix, and the spotlight is shining in our face.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a wild life, Howard.
What about Brian Jones? Do you think that he was murdered?
I believe so.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Brian Jones, I'm talking, of course, of the Rolling Stones, for anyone who doesn't know. He was a guitar player of the band.
It was Brian's band.
Right, I know.
It was Brian's band. He got everybody into the blues and Muddy Waters.
It seems like something dark was going on there.
Yeah, when the Hollies played a tour with the Rolling Stones, Brian and Mick and Keith were not talking to each other, and Brian came and drove with me and Tony Hicks for the entire tour. He was not a happy boy. He had seen something that he thought that was pure blues and saw it being turned into some kind of spectacle, and he didn't like that. He was a sad boy at the end.
Yeah, but you don't have any clue who might have hurt him or...
Well, the rumors are it was one of the people that were working on his house that got pissed off because he either didn't pay him enough or he upset him or insulted him or something. But, the heavy rumor around the industry is that he was drowned in his pool.
Right, yeah. Yeah, man, that's so sad.
Yes,
a lot of
all
sad.
at
You're saying he
27.
didn't like
All of
the way
20
the Stones were going?
Yeah, I think, Brian was a purist. He just wanted it to be a blues band, not a shaking your ass, let's get the women band.
Yeah, well, 27 years old. You forget how young that guy was.
That's right, but Jim Morrison, same.
Yeah.
Right? Dwayne Allman.
Did you know Jim?
You know what? I did not know Jim. I met him twice, and the last time that I saw him, he bought my television.
No kidding. What'd you charge him?
I was I know exactly, $300.
You have an incredible memory for this stuff. You can even mention the year that you saw Jimi Hendrix and all that.
Yes.
I don't have that kind of...
Sure you do. It's all in there, Howard. You just don't choose to remember.
Is it hard writing a book and pulling out all those facts?
It was fun.
It was?
Yeah, but the one thing that I'm really pleased about it, I can get on with the rest of my life now.
Right, yeah, you got it all out.
You dumped it all out.
It's like
That's
taking a massive dump, that's it. Well, you are unbelievable. You are unbelievable.
Well,
I love you.
Thank you.
And I
you've
love
had
your
an
music.
Unbelievable life.
And I want to thank you for all the great listening. I mean, just this past weekend, I had your music out and was just enjoying it. And it really, what an accomplishment in your life.
Thank you, Howard.
I'm proud to say I know you. The great Graham Nash has written a book.
What does he think of music today?
He loves it. Well, it's not the same, right?
It's not the same.
It doesn't have the importance that it used to.
Well, it's not that. It's just that it's taken on a different form. It's now how good you can dance and how far you can stick your tongue out.
Graham Nash's new book, Wild Tales. Hey, by the way, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, did they ever consider like a name for the band instead of just Crosby? It was always Crosby, Stills, and Nash?
Always.
Right.
Doesn't that flow off the tongue better than Nash, Stills, Crosby? Yeah.
How did they come up with the order?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, because it rolls off the tongue better. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. It's like one thing, right?
Maybe that's why you were against, it was all of a sudden Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
Yeah, it sounded like a law firm then, right?
Yeah. How many more guys can we add to this thing? Graham Nash's new book, Wild Tales, is in store now, and it's a great book. You got to pick it up. For more information, you go to grahamnash.com, and Graham Nash informs us that he's working on a project where he's not exactly happy with Four-Way Street as a live album, so now he is going to rectify that situation, and he is mastering a brand new live album from Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
From our tour of 1974 with the average audience of 70,000.
And that was a Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young?
Correct.
Oh, well, send me a copy immediately.
You know something, Howard? You're going to call me after I send it to you, and you're going to go, this is stunning.
I would call you, but you won't give me your number.
I'll give it to you right now.
Well, that might be a mistake.
Robin has it.
I might have. Oh, I know. I think she was living with you and Joni Mitchell.
Oh, God.
That's right. And by the way, a fuck you to Art Garfunkel for turning you down. I want to say that right now. Paul Simon, all you guys.
He's kicking himself.
That's
He's
right.
kicking himself.
Yeah, think of all the money he would have had if he had just
boy.
signed you guys.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows who he signed? All right, listen. Enough of your yentering and reminiscing. Thank you for being here. The great Graham Nash, everybody.
We've been friends for a long time, Howard, and I have great respect for you.
Well, thank you very much, and I love you. And we will be back right after these words.
Mr. Nash, at one point you guys were discussing, the musical revolution that you're a part of, and how that can exist today because of the way media manipulates
That's true.
the industry. Why is Howard important to sort of
Because he
counter that?
speaks his mind, and he speaks truth to power. And he gets upset when things are unfair, and he gets upset when he sees half the stuff that's going on. He gets upset when he sees us being lied into wars. He's a very, very bright man, and he speaks his mind, and you've got to applaud that.
you need someone to keep, the anti-revolution in check.
Yeah, the flame has got to keep burning, and it's people like Howard and my friends who write songs about, the important stuff that's going on today. It's important to have a voice like that, and Howard Stern has an incredible voice and uses it brilliantly.
Do you think there are any current bands today who reflect that voice and are keeping the flame burning as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think people like the Fleet Foxes and the people like this, particularly Jason Mraz. Jason and I are working on an incredible project right now from our friend Spencer Proffer. It's an acoustic album of Jimi Hendrix music. And Jason Mraz has done a version of Angel, Jimmy's song Angel. Stunning. Me and Crosby harmonized with it. It's stunning. Wait until you hear it.
So as long as artists like that still exist,
the flame is alive, and, we feel that we're doing our job, We're really troubadours going from town to town telling, everyone, hey, you know what, the emperor really doesn't have any clothes on. I mean, that's all we are. We're just troubadours.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by today, and good luck with your new book.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Right. So Don John is the new movie. You saw it, I understand?
Yes.
Yeah, I like
So
it.
he wrote, directed, stars, he did the whole thing. Wolfie had mentioned that it looked like he was going to be the next Batman,
Yeah.
Dark Knight, and then that just didn't happen. Ben Affleck got the role, so
Why
what happened?
Why did he feel he looked like he was going to be the next Batman?
Because at the end of the movie, he discovers the Batcave, and it just assumed
Who was he in Batman? I forget.
he was. Do you know who was he in Batman?
He played
A detective, right? Or
a
something?
cop that was working with Gordon, and at the end, it pretty much intimated that he was going to be the next one.
Right.
Because the detective discovered Batman's cave.
He got into the Batcave. He looked around.
But Batman was still alive, so why would he be the next Batman?
Well, people thought it was going to be maybe Robin.
Oh,
Actually.
oh, oh.
He's like he's on fire right now in terms of he's got good roles and everything. Like, why go out on your own and why make your own movie and take that chance when you could just take great roles?
Okay. All right, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's here. He's our next guest. Look at this.
What is this, The Tonight Show?
Yeah, huh? Hey, let me ask you a question. The new movie, Don John, he directs it, he wrote it. He's been working on it for like a million years.
You know,
take a
this
look
is a
at
young
you.
man who
Look at
was a
you.
child actor and has really
Yes.
progressed.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Hey, man, good to meet you.
Pleasure's mine. Pleasure's
Enjoying
mine.
your movies and stuff. You know, the question always is, I would say your career. Hey, good seeing you.
Pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
I would say your career is on fire. You're doing really well.
Thanks,
You know what I
thanks.
mean? You've been in a lot of good movies.
Thank you.
Were your agents upset with you, or whoever talks to you about your career?
Yeah.
Were they upset that you decided to direct and write and star in your own movie? In other words, I'm sure you get offered a lot of cool roles.
Yeah, I mean, and if you were just looking at it like from a money perspective, it's not necessarily the most go-to surefire way to maximize profit.
That's the thing. So did anyone sit you down and say, look, you've got a bunch of movies. You can only do so many a year. Listen, son, enough with the directing and writing. I love the movie,
Do
by the way.
that
I saw
when
it.
things
Thanks,
slow
man.
down.
You liked it. That means a lot to
Fucking
me.
great. Well, first of all, it's like an R-rated movie that you don't see that anymore. All you see is like these big sort of superhero movies.
Sure.
And what I liked about it is you're dealing with an adult topic.
Yeah.
Every guy I know jerks off way too much.
Every guy.
This would be your movie.
Yeah. I mean, you just shook my hand. I'm pretty sure I just finished jerking off. I got to tell you, it really deals with a topic that I couldn't take my eyes off the screen.
Thanks,
I love
man.
the movie.
Thank you. You're right. And when it's rated R, you get to talk like people actually talk. You don't have to restrict yourself.
And I think women will like this movie because
Definitely.
it lets it out of the bag that this is how guys watch pornography.
Sure.
And that we'd rather jerk off sometimes than be with a woman because it's less aggravation. And then there's kind of a love story there where you kind of come to a full realization type thing,
Yeah, and it also shows both sides because the character that Scarlett plays, her character, she's
hot, man.
She's very hot, and but she watches just as many romantic comedies as my character watches pornography. So it does kind of tell it from both sides, which is, I think, why. Yeah, both men and women have been really digging it.
Did you have to cut a lot of this stuff out because they wanted to give you an X rating on this movie?
I didn't cut anything out. No time, no lines, no beats.
Really?
I did change. So there's a few montages in the movie, just to explain. You've seen it, but for people who haven't seen
There's
it.
a lot of hardcore,
It's sampled from real pornography clips, but it's very carefully edited and cropped, and it's, it fits into a rated R movie. I always wanted it to be a rated R movie.
I love it because when I made my film, I made it rated R because I wanted to make an
Private
adult movie.
parts.
Private parts. I wanted to make an adult movie. You know what I mean? And deal with some adult themes.
Well, when I first started thinking of the movie as this kind of comedy, I was in the middle of shooting 50-50. I don't know if you've seen that movie. I was in.
Yes,
and that's the Seth Rogen and that whole gang of guys. They make rated R comedies.
That's right.
And they improvise a lot, and they can talk how they talk in real life.
Yeah.
Because if look. And you can say this on the radio now, right? Fucking shit and whatnot.
Yeah,
when I was growing up,
right.
You couldn't say that on the radio on your show.
No. Not only had to make up
No,
weird
because that was
words.
real radio. This is satellite.
Like bullshit,
Right. But was it bleeping, or you just couldn't say the stuff?
You just couldn't say it.
Yeah, you would just avoid it.
You'd find creative ways of trying to talk like a normal person. You know?
Right.
But even that I'm here now, I don't want to just use profanity for the sake of it. But if it works in, then great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's just an emphasis, an accentuation, maybe.
When I watched the movie, I said, "Oh, Tony Danza, interesting choice for the guy to play your father."
Isn't he awesome?
I thought he was great and funny, but I didn't realize when you were a kid actor, you worked with Tony Danza.
It was our 20-year reunion in Angels in the Outfield in 1993, and I was 12.
So I think it was the guy who was in Batman with you, Christopher. What's his name? I can't think of the guy's name.
Who, Christian Bale?
Christian Bale. Did he tell you not to direct your own movie and write a movie? Didn't somebody advise you?
Oh, yes. That's something that went around on the internet. That's not really true, but what they're talking about is Christopher Nolan, who directed.
Oh, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
right,
the Dark Knight trilogy and Inception, and he was really supportive. I was working on The Dark Knight Rises when I finished the draft of the script, and I told him I think I want to direct something, and what he started doing was asking me questions, and he did ask me like, "Are you sure you want to act and direct at the same time?" He also asked me, what kind of budget do you think you're going to try to do? Are you going to get a big studio to try to pay for?
What was your budget? Was that a big budget? That's not a big budget film, is it?
It was a very low budget movie. It had like about half the budget of 500 Days of Summer, which has about a third of the budget of the lowest budget movies.
What's the budget on your new movie?
It was like $4 million.
Wow, looks bigger than that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been coming for years. I've been working towards this.
You're really excited about this. And I don't blame you, because this is really your baby.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever had the story in my head. I mean, like, I know how I want to do it. I know how I want to tell the story. I know I want to shoot it and cut it and score it and everything, and went and made it.
And you really started thinking this up at 2008?
The first ideas of like a Don Juan type of character who watches too much pornography, and a princess type of character who watches too many romantic comedies.
Right, the typical guy who just thinks he's hot shit, and the fact that he can fuck anything he wants, but regardless of that, he doesn't care. He wants to jerk off.
Well, he likes the one-way thing. He doesn't want to actually deal with a person, another human being. He likes just having it.
How much of this is autobiographical, in the sense that if this whole script came out of your head?
Have you had a phase like that?
Have you been in relationships with women where you go, you know what, she's a fucking pain in my ass, and I'd just rather jerk off? Is that what?
I haven't had long relationships with women like that, because I don't stay in relationships if the woman's like that.
What is that? But you have long relationships with women, but you're quick to run. Is that because you're famous and you're worth about $25-30 million, and why get married?
Hard to argue against that. I don't think so. I think I'm a pretty good person and a good boyfriend. And I wouldn't want to be with someone if they were going to be disrespectful to me.
Do you think that you ever could get married to someone and be faithful for the rest of your life?
That's a really good question.
No is the answer.
Yes, your girlfriend is asking that question.
I think that I could partner up with somebody. I don't know who that somebody is. I could partner up with a woman and commit to, like, okay, we're going to raise a family. And that's this project we're going to stick to for whatever it is, 20-something years.
But you don't think you could be sexually monogamous?
No, I think during that time, if that was part of it and it made sense, I could be sexually monogamous. After that, once the kids are out of the house, things go so fast. My life changes so much. You love meeting new people. You can't. Nothing. Who knows if it's the better thing for me or the better thing for her? Or maybe I will spend the rest of my life with her. My parents are still together. My grandparents, I had 75 years of marriage or something.
Did your parents push you into being a child actor?
Not at all. That's an important question. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah,
because I was a kid when I was working. I started when I was 6.
That's what I'm saying. So how can you say your parents didn't?
I swear to you, they did not. I remember it very particularly. I remember. Well, I was in wait a second.
Your family. Your grandfather was a film film director.
He was. That's true. Yeah.
Your father was an artist.
No, he was a journalist. He was on the radio.
He was on the radio.
Yeah, he did
Pacifica,
news.
right? But he was a news guy.
Yeah.
And your mom was something of an actress or something. in
No,
show
not an
business.
actress. She worked at the same radio station my dad did. She was doing journalism stuff, and then she also. You're thinking of she ran for Congress at one point
That's
under the
right.
Peace and Freedom Party.
Pretty incredible parents. I mean,
They
very
are incredible parents.
accomplished people. You see a close relationship. You see marriage. There's something there that you see not right, though, right? Because it's not for you.
I didn't say it's necessarily not for me. I said I didn't know if it was or wasn't.
Right.
I like to not be too committed to any one future that's really far away necessarily, unless there's a reason, which is why I'm saying if you were going to raise a family and say, like, we're going to raise these kids, that's the reason we're staying together, we're going to do it right the whole time,
So
I can
that's
see making
why
that
I
commitment.
think Don John is autobiographical, in a sense. It's an
Oh,
exaggeration.
interesting.
Do you masturbate to porn in your personal life?
I have.
You
Yes,
have?
Sure.
Do you feel that you have an addiction to porn?
Do I feel that? No, I wouldn't say that. No,
Do you
me personally.
sometimes personally prefer porn to being with a real woman?
Well, I've had some sex with women that wasn't so good. I think we all have
Where
at
it's
some
better-
point or another. I've also had lots of sex that was good, you know.
I used to be obsessed with this. The reason I love your movie, Don John, is because I feel I was obsessed with, I got to have sex, I got to have sex, I got to have sex.
Yeah.
And then it occurred to me that I didn't need that much sex.
It becomes like a thing that you're consuming, and you keep score, you know, against your buddies. It becomes a competition,
Right.
you know,
It
as
becomes
opposed
crazy.
to a connection with another person. That's the whole story of Don John, is this guy that can't connect with anybody. And it's the women in his life. It's also the family you see with the Tony Danza scenes.
Yeah, I think you've
his
tapped
buddies,
into a lot of
you know.
what a lot of people are going through. That they can't connect with real people.
Right.
They can't stay in a relationship. They don't see the joy in it, and they don't see the beauty in it.
And they're used to this sort of one-way satisfaction given by whatever media they consume, whether that's pornography or television. You know, let's talk about people being addicted to television or just any kind of media, or
thinking that television people are their friends. Yeah, that's
Right.
their whole relationship.
Are you like one of those hippie kind of guys? Like you won't watch that much TV? You strike me as one of these guys. You know what I mean?
I like my things that I like to watch.
Yeah. What do you watch now on TV?
On
Breaking
TV,
Bad?
I haven't kept up with that. No, I mean
Really?
I watch the NBA. I'm excited. I'm a Lakers fan.
So you're
that
you're
when
So
the
you watch
season-
sport.
really just the Lakers.
Are you a fan of any television, though? I'm talking about like dramas on TV
Episodic
and this kind of
television.
thing.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Anybody you admire?
Dramas on TV. Louis C.K. I mean, it's
Louis
not
you
a
like.
drama exactly, but
Right.
that is brilliant. He makes, I think, brilliant little half-hour movies.
Because you were pissed off when in your career. You were a child actor. You worked on.
I was pissed off. Be nice. What do you mean?
No, we're going to get to this. You were on 30 Rock from the Sun. Or whatever that
Third
is.
Rock.
Third Rock from the Sun. I don't know any of that
30
stuff.
Rock from the
I'm out of it, man. You know, I'm on a whole nother trip.
Every
busy
single
masturbating.
person always makes that mistake.
All right, Third Rock from the Sun. You were on there. You were a kid.
Yeah.
And I admire you. You said the final year of that show, you said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to that anymore. I'm going to college."
Well, that's yeah.
Right?
Okay, that is true.
That's admirable because you probably turned down a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you were smart. You said, you know what? I want to go get an education. I want to go have a real life.
And the producers of that show were really generous to let me out of the contract.
Where'd you go to college?
To Columbia here in the city.
Right. So you're a smart guy. You go to Columbia. You're probably getting tons of pussy because you were on TV.
You had been on TV.
Yeah, right.
See, I never, and maybe that is part of what this movie's about. I don't know, but I never was able to be honest, it always freaked me out too much. I grew up, I was, on TV and movies and stuff since I was a kid. So, like, getting attention from girls for that reason, I've always had a bit of a phobia about it,
So
in a way.
when you go to Columbia, how did you know if a girl was really into you?
That's a really good question. I ask myself all the time.
What's the test? Do you give them some? Hey, do you know who I am? Or
Yeah, I don't think there is one test. It's kind of a case-by-case, thing. You just have to kind of...
to find a real person.
Do you think you know now? Do you think you can figure it out?
I think I have a pretty good sense with everybody, but yeah.
I admire that you were able to say no to Hollywood. Now, I'm not bullshitting you. I find it in my own life very difficult to say no to things. It's very, very, you want to almost grab everything.
That's the only power you have as an actor, is to say no. You can choose what project you do.
Well,
you can say no to the rest.
That's why I admire that you made your own movie and you wrote it because financially, the grab would be for, hey, my career is hot.
Yeah.
I got a lot of good stuff going on. Let me grab at
Keep
something
going.
here. But you made and it could be a very wise movie because I think you've directed a really good movie, and this could lead to more directing.
Thanks, man. Well, I hope so too. I'm really glad you liked it.
But saying no
Well,
to
who are
Hollywood,
your heroes?
when saying no to Hollywood, when you're, a young guy and you're on Third Rock from the Sun, and walking away from it all and going to college, shows you're together.
Thanks.
It does. It's psychological. Did you ever go in therapy?
I never did. No.
Never saw a psychiatrist.
Why would he go into
No.
therapy? He's still young. He hasn't made any
Well,
mistakes.
he's also he's beaten off a lot, according to you know what I mean? He might be
But
beating
who are
off
your
too much.
who are your heroes? Who
Clearly-
do you admire
clearly me.
in show business? Clearly you. Yes, okay.
Let's see. Who do I admire in show business?
Like in the movie making industry.
Well, there's a director named Hal Ashby that made Harold and Maude and
Great movie.
Shampoo and Being There and
That's a great director.
let's see. I mean, Woody Allen. I love his movies.
When you so you leave Third Rock from the Sun, you go to college, and suddenly then you decide, hey, I'm done with college. I want to go back and act.
Yeah.
And you were getting offered some TV roles, but you wanted to get into film.
Yeah.
That was a hard time for you, right? Because everyone was saying, he's trying to make a comeback.
That's just it. I couldn't get a job.
Right. And the TV didn't interest you. You wanted to be a film actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, again, you had to turn down shit.
You're right.
See what I'm
For
saying?
a lot of money, if you want to know the truth.
Well, what did you get offered?
Yeah.
Did you get offered some cool TV shows that became big hits?
I don't remember, any like that. I mean, I got offered some TV shows, but I don't remember any particular that became hits.
And when you say big money, you're not kidding, because for a kid just out of college, in a sense, getting offered these TV roles, it's a lot of money a week. Isn't it?
Television, yeah, like network television like that is quite a payday.
So you kept getting offered this stuff. You stuck to your guns. And what was the role in the movie that finally broke for you, that you got something?
I mean, there was one Sundance, the Sundance Film Festival. I had a couple movies there, these little indie movies, one called Mysterious Skin, one called Brick, and, then it's Scott Frank, who made The Lookout, saw Mysterious Skin, and then Chris Nolan, who saw, he put me in Inception. And, it goes kind of one thing to another. I've been working a long time, and it's just been
At the end of Batman, The Dark Knight.
Right, The Dark
It's-
Knight
yeah.
rises, Howard.
It's sort of implied that your character was either going to be Robin to
Right.
Batman,
Right.
or maybe even in some way become Batman,
Right.
because that's what it led us to believe.
Yeah.
And now they just announced that Ben Affleck's going to be Batman.
That's right.
Was there some sort of notion that you would be the next Batman? I think you could be a good Batman.
Thanks. Well, that's a huge compliment. Thanks
Yeah.
very much.
And I'm a big Batman fan.
Are you? Me too. I love Batman.
Huge. I'm
Yeah.
a big comic book guy. So was there any discussion about you being the next Batman?
There wasn't, no. And Chris Nolan directed a trilogy. His plan was
Right.
always to have 3 movies. He said very specifically, The Dark Knight Rises will be the third and final story of this trilogy that I'm making.
Right.
And I think it's a really good ending, because it talks about it throughout, that Batman is more than a man, and it's a symbol, and we all have a hero within us. And
Yeah.
so to have somebody else in the Batcave at the end of that trilogy, not Bruce Wayne, I think is a really cool ending.
So were you kind of shocked when they chose Ben Affleck? Because maybe you thought somewhere along the line you'd get the offer.
No, I was not, because, like I said, it's a story that Chris Nolan told with those 3 movies.
Right.
So I wasn't expecting the next time Batman showed up, it to be part of that Chris Nolan story.
How important is it to you to be in physical shape as an actor? Seriously, because you're a good-looking dude.
Hey, thanks.
If I may say.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you got a good look to you. I wish I
I love in this studio.
No. You're a handsome guy. I'm going to be honest.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would like to look like you.
Richard Simmons was just trying to get you to say something romantic. You saved it for.
While you're wearing to you, I'll say something romantic. Well, you're wearing a T-shirt. I can see you're in pretty good shape. You know what I mean? You got a good look to you. Do you go to the gym? Do you hit it every day?
So when I was making Don John, I went to the gym a lot.
You were pretty pumped up.
Yeah, a lot. I put on a bunch of weight, eating and working out every day. And
Is that the trick? You have to put on weight.
yeah.
And who trains you? Like, you get a guy?
I did. I hired a guy. and his name's Aaron, and I actually knew him because he trained Channing Tatum is a friend of mine.
And he teaches you what to eat so you'll gain weight, but that you don't get a big belly because you work out like a motherfucker.
Because you work out so much that you just eat and eat and eat and eat.
What's the regimen? I gotta get some size on me. It's ridiculous.
I don't think the bodybuilding's all that healthy, really. It's really just a looks thing, which is why I wanted it for that character. Is again, he's like this vain dude. Everything in his life is this, this one-way street. So he goes to the gym and he looks in the mirror and he does his curls and it's chest on Monday, back on Tuesday.
You were doing the heavy workouts, right?
I was doing that 5 days a week.
It doesn't blow you out? I mean, to the point that you like when I try to work out heavy, I can barely function. Like I can't get on the radio and do a decent show.
No, it's like a part-time job, and it's not that healthy for you. I did another movie where I rode a bike every day.
Right.
Where I was playing a bike messenger, and I rode every day. That I felt healthy when I was riding a bike every day.
Right.
But doing the bodybuilding, eating all that food and putting on all that weight, it didn't feel healthy. It looked...
And after you shoot,
looks like it looks.
And after you shoot Don John, then you just like, hey, screw it. I'm not gonna put this kind of regimen in anymore, right? That's it's ridiculous.
I don't have time. That was a lot of time out of my day.
How many pounds did you gain for Don John?
12 pounds.
12 pounds of solid muscle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Well, I'm small. I have a slender frame. I'm not one to naturally.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
It's my type. This
is going so well.
I know. Huh? So you
two are going to have a date after this.
When you worked with Daniel Day-Lewis, you play
Lincoln.
You play Lincoln's son.
Mm-hmm. Is there water I can drink some water?
What are you, a big shot? You need water?
Can you hear it?
With your own water?
Sit back down.
Hey, wait,
is this where I'm supposed to be sitting, by the way?
How's it? You're getting a little too fucking comfortable asking for water. Let me understand something here. When you work with a guy like Daniel Day-Lewis, as an actor, he says he stays in character all day long. I don't know if that was hype for the movie or what.
No.
He was in character. He was Lincoln all
He was
day.
Lincoln when he wasn't Lincoln.
Is that weird?
I was so impressed, and I don't know how you feel about his work, but I think he's sort of
terrific.
A unique phenomenon. It's brilliant, the shit he does. So whatever it takes, I'm down.
But did Lincoln take a car to the studio?
So he's not exactly always.
That took it crazy.
It's more of like he stays in the voice, he stays in the mood. If you wanted to talk to him, it's not that you couldn't talk to him, but you weren't gonna. I wasn't gonna say like, oh, what about those Lakers? I was gonna be like, look at this painting that's on the wall or something if we were going to talk.
Because you're talking to Lincoln.
Yeah, to stay
But he doesn't show up in a horse and carriage when he comes to the set.
but when I arrived, I received, or I found a note that he had written me on old paper with a quill and ink.
Wow.
And he apparently in penmanship that he had studied that is similar to, I mean, he obsesses for a year before he does a role, and he just works the character for a year.
Wow.
But is that, I don't know what your technique is when you act. Did you go to acting school?
I took some acting classes when I was little, like 9, 10, 11,
right.
but other
you
than that, I haven't studied.
At Columbia, you didn't study acting at all?
No.
What was your major in Columbia?
I dropped out before I picked a major, but it would have been like French. I studied quite a bit of French.
Why? No one speaks French. Why not speak Spanish?
That is true. I think I was studying it more. I learned probably as much about English in studying French as I did.
Oh, you dropped out of school.
And I dropped out of school.
Oh, I was complimenting you that you went to school.
Yeah, you thought he finished.
I got a good, I think, school experience.
How many years did you last?
About. I was in the middle of. No, I'd started my 3rd year when I stopped.
And then you said, "This is bullshit. I'm going back to Hollywood."
You know what actually happened is for my 21st birthday, I got myself a copy of Final Cut, the video editing software, and I got so into it, and I would just stay up all night, shooting little videos, putting them on my computer, cutting them, because then you can really make movies. Once you're editing, it's not just shooting stuff. You can, make them into movies.
Aren't you shocked at these digital cameras that you could sit there and shoot your own stuff, and it's almost like a movie quality, right?
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's like, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
You could really make a short film out of your house with software and cameras that really, it's not that expensive.
Absolutely. You can make one on your phone nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's not that everybody can afford it. There are people that don't have computers and cameras.
Didn't you once you hate the paparazzi, right? You hate that whole scene.
It's kind of true, yeah.
Yeah. Why? Did you have a bad experience with the paparazzi?
Every experience with them is bad. They're rude. They're hostile people in general.
So you made a short film. Did you do that like sort of on your own, like a little?
That was actually right around, I think I was 22, and I was just learning Final Cut.
Right.
And I was walking down the street. These guys came up to me and started taking my picture, which doesn't really happen to me very much, and certainly didn't 10 years ago.
Right.
And I had my camera on me, so I started shooting them and having a conversation with them, and I you know, cut it down into this video. It was the first video I ever put up on YouTube.
Right.
A long time ago.
Yeah, and so your hatred for the paparazzi.
Now, hatred is a very strong word, man.
well, you don't like the whole Hollywood gossip scene and stuff, and
How do you stay out of it, a young guy, single guy?
You can't.
I don't know. I'm kind of boring. I like to work all the time. That's mostly what I do.
So get back to when you work with Spielberg.
Yeah.
Are you sitting there almost studying Spielberg more than you are even thinking about your own role in the film? Because I would imagine as a guy who wants to direct, and now you're directing your first film, I would just sit there and soak in whatever this motherfucker's doing.
And I certainly did. And that's also, I think, the best way to do your job as an actor is to understand what the director needs.
Does he give you a lot of direction when you play Lincoln's son? Does he come to you and go, hey, listen, this is what I need you to do? What does he think?
Yeah, sure.
What is that voice?
He's got
That's your Steven voice.
He's got a little thing going on there, right? Seriously, is he the type, like Woody Allen doesn't give you any direction, right?
That's what I've heard. I don't know.
Right, you never work with the guy.
No.
But Steven Spielberg will tell you, he won't tell you how to be.
No, and he's actually, what he was really good at doing on Lincoln is taking the energy that the actors are bringing and figuring out, okay, I know how to capture this. And he can do it so deftly. And again, because Daniel is playing with such sort of organic spontaneity, Steven would have this uncanny ability to be like, oh, you're going to do it that way? Great, cool. Give me 1 second. I'm going to set up this shot. And he would say, Mr. President, can you please take a step to the left? And he'd set up a shot.
He had
so
to call
quick.
Daniel Day-Lewis Mr. President.
He called him Mr. President, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everyone called him Mr. President.
What a weird set.
I mean, come on. Does it sometimes just get a little surreal for you? Like this is just a weird world that you live
Surreal
in?
is a great thing. That's what I'm after. What do you think acting's about? That's the thrill of it, is going into some other place, becoming some other person.
But
That's what makes it fun.
Whatever you do to be an actor, once they say cut, I don't think you walk around as Lincoln's son, right? You don't,
Yeah, you're right.
You don't say you don't go and say I'm Joseph Gordon Lincoln, and you don't.
No, I do not. No, but I stay in the mood a bit. Doing Don John was interesting because I was going back and forth because I was directing at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think
did you tell Scarlett Johansson what to do, or do you feel kind of weird about it?
It was more collaborative than that, but sure, yeah.
How'd you get her to be in the movie? You send her the script and just pray?
I did pray. I wrote it with her in mind the whole time, and I went and visited her. She was shooting The Avengers in Albuquerque. Right. I flew myself to Albuquerque because I wanted to talk to her before she read it.
Right.
And we had this really great conversation about, men and women and love and sex and relationships and the media and how people develop unrealistic expectations.
But if you're making a film like Don John for a couple of $1 million, you've got to then sit down with her and say, look, I need you to do this for almost free.
That's right.
And you give her some, back end?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not supposed to say that, but yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
Well, what else are you gonna do?
And she deserves it. She was a big part of why the movie was able to get financed. If she hadn't agreed, we wouldn't have been able to raise those few $1 million.
No, and her name, you can get more of a release. Are you getting a wide release, or is
it's a wide release? Yeah, it's coming out in like 2,000-some screens.
So the studios and the movie owners and stuff, the movie theater owners, they all believe in the film.
Yeah.
Did you go to the festivals, or did you just?
We did the festivals. Well, yeah, because we made it independently without a studio behind it, and the idea was to go take it to Sundance, where you can hopefully get it picked up, and that's what happened.
What's Scarlett Johansson's story? Is she married, or she got a boyfriend or something?
She's engaged.
She's engaged. Oh, yeah. You can't even fuck around with her. Or maybe you did.
You know what? It's better for the movie, and this movie was my baby, so I it's better for the movie if you don't fuck around outside of.
But don't you really? It's not a cliche. You do need to be turned on by your leading lady, especially if.
And of course, I was turned on by her, and between action and cut, it's
So in other words,
it wasn't bad.
like you were falling in love with her during the making of the movie.
Acting is a funny thing about what you're feeling. Are you really falling in love, or is your character falling in love, or are you?
Are you confused by that?
Sometimes I'm confused. More I'm stimulated and inspired, and I love that because it goes to show that our feelings are something that we do have power over.
I'm not trying to be shocking here for a minute,
No,
but when
okay.
you're in doing a bet, because you have some graphics, not graphic, but I mean you're really with her.
You're
Yeah.
rubbing up against
You're
each
rubbing
other.
up against
Sure,
her.
sure.
You don't get an arousal when you're working with her.
Of course.
And do you apologize to her and say, "Listen, I'm aroused now. I have a full erection."
I
I mean, is she,
nice sound effect.
I'm a method actor.
I've heard someone said that this is a Denzel Washington quote. I have never met Mr. Washington, so I don't know if he really said this. But
Right.
apparently he said, don't, what did he say? Like, forgive me if I do get an erection, forgive me if I don't, basically.
Right, right.
Because you never, because it's not exactly an erotic situation. You've got all this crew all around you. You know, you're shooting it for little pieces. It's a bit of a craft.
I don't understand the craft of it because when I did my movie, no
Yeah.
matter what woman they put me with, and I had scenes, I'd be erect. I mean, I really was. I'm being honest as I can be. I was aroused. I mean, I don't know, with a woman. I mean, what do
Well,
I know
that
about
makes you
process?
an authentic actor, Howard.
I mean,
you were really feeling the scene.
I'm more in the Daniel Day-Lewis school.
Yes, clearly,
I'm like,
clearly.
The scene says I am erect.
You're
I'm erect.
biologically connected to your character.
But you could lay in a bed with Scarlett Johansson and do some really fucking heavy making out, grab her titties, whatever, and still not get an erection.
I don't think I didn't get an erection.
So what do you do?
I
Do you
can't
say to her-
confirm or deny whether I did or
But
did
do you
not.
say to her ahead of time, look, we got to work this out. I want you to know you're an attractive woman, and this could possibly happen. I'm not trying to.
No, we
get
don't need to
inside
talk
you.
about it.
You don't.
No. It's not that she doesn't know, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like she felt it.
Yeah.
Wow. Did she say to you, listen, calm down, Junior?
No.
But wait a minute. What about if
That
the
scene-
woman gets too into it?
So there you have it. I think we were both, look,
Are you kidding?
we're playing two characters that were enjoying each other. And
I know an actress. I'll never mention the name. I heard she demanded penetration in love scenes. Like, I'm not fucking with you. And this chick was hot. Like, this is someone you know. She would say, listen, if we're doing this, let's go. And that's
Okay.
something, man? You could put her in your next movie if you want, man. That's how I would play it.
Yeah, I'll set it up. I'll make some demands.
Absolutely. You did Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah, I've done it twice.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did that make you nervous at all?
I love it, man. It makes you very nervous.
Being live,
it's
right?
extremely exhilarating. Yeah.
And Spielberg doesn't make you nervous when you do, act in front of him.
It's different. I was pretty nervous too when I first met Daniel. Yeah, and was first working.
Does
with him.
Daniel approve you or Spielberg approve you?
You know, it was a real flattering thing because I was told that Daniel asked for me to play that part.
Oh,
did?
wow.
Yeah.
How did he know your work? What movie attracted him to you?
That's a good question. You know, I never asked him that.
He said, I want you for the movie. And then
Yeah.
they bring you in. Do they make you read or you don't have to?
That time I did not. No.
Wow.
He sent me text messages, actually. He's quite an eloquent texter.
Really?
Daniel, yeah.
And, man, he wanted you for that film.
I know, man. That's a real honor
Dude.
because he's one of my favorites. He really
Yeah,
disappears.
you're on his radar.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah. It's,
that's why that's why it was risky for you to direct your own movie, because when you get that kind of accolades, for you should just be acting all the time and raking in the dough.
yeah, you know,
Look, Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't do that. He waits.
You're
yeah.
absolutely right about that. You know what? He does. He waits like
Yeah.
crazy.
Are you going to play Doctor Strange? Have you heard this?
No.
I heard a rumor that you're a potential lead for Doctor Strange, which is
So-
a great comic.
There is it? I don't know.
Oh,
it.
Doctor Strange is weird.
Okay.
I mean, that's an acting challenge.
Is that right?
I like to see you do
What's
it.
he like?
He's mysterious.
Does he have a superhero power?
Yeah, he's got all kinds of shit going on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a whole thing.
What's so strange about him?
He's Doctor Strange.
I know,
He's
but
just
why?
weird. Well, you want me to
gotta be
explain it?
strange.
Listen, I have nothing
you're
to do with
pitching
the
me
movie.
this thing.
I'm
What
not
are you-
attached. I just wanted to know if you were up for it. That's all.
No.
Well, listen to me. This is exciting. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Why the three names? Why Joseph
Yeah,
Gordon-Levitt?
because, mostly assassins have those names.
That's
I
right.
didn't know that. My mom's name is Jane Gordon, and my dad's name is Dennis Levitt. And when they had kids, my brother and I took both their names.
Well, it's good for acting. I mean, you know.
Is it good for acting?
Because I think if you're just like Joseph Levitt,
Right. Doesn't have
kinda
the
boring.
same.
I mean,
Or
yeah,
Joseph
maybe.
Gordon. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Now, that has a ring.
yeah,
All
it
right, I'll
does.
tell you. It sounds nice when you say it, Robin.
It does. It truly does. So what's the game plan? The movie's going to open up. Are you the type that's going to shit your pants on Friday? Like, when do you get word how the movie's doing? When does that happen?
Money-wise?
Money-wise.
Yeah,
Let's talk cash.
Friday.
You'll know if people are going to see the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think with this movie, because people really actually like it when they see it, that's why they've been screening it all over the country a lot, because...
Yeah. You want to get buzz going.
And more even than the advertisements, people that actually see the movie itself really like it. So I think you might not be able to judge it by Friday, because people that see it on Friday are going to tell their friends to go see it Saturday and Sunday and then the next weekend, hopefully.
How important is it for you to do this, to see a big box office on this movie? Like, what would make you happy? How much dough did we have to bring in this weekend?
Yeah, the truth is, as far as like professional satisfaction, what matters to me and what the box office numbers would make a difference is what kind of job I could do next. How much money could I raise to do my next movie?
That's what it's all about. If the movie's a hit.
And honestly, man, like, that's already feeling really good. I feel like I'll be able
You're on track.
I'll be able to make what I don't know exactly what movie I want to direct next, but I'm thinking I'm going to be able to, and that feels like the success, you know.
Is Scarlett helping you promote the movie, or are you just
Absolutely.
Sort of, she is?
Yeah,
she's going out, she's doing all the shows and everything?
Yeah, she was just on Jimmy Fallon and et cetera. Julianne Moore's doing it. Tony's doing it. Everyone's
Julianne
supporting
Moore,
her.
how's it working with her?
Fantastic. You want to talk about a good
I've met her a
actress.
few times socially. She's very standoffish with me. I don't think she likes me.
Oh, really?
I think
That's
she's
not been my
nice.
experience with her at all.
Well, I'm me, you know. People have a strange reaction to me. I don't know why.
Is that right?
No, not everybody, but some people are standoffish. I don't know that she doesn't like me, but I mean, she's not.
I think she might find you intimidating.
I've actually sat next to her at dinner parties,
And she didn't talk to you?
literally has turned her back on me.
She's so sweet and generous and
Is she?
funny with me. Yeah, she's really funny in this movie.
Do you think maybe you and Scarlett Johansson should release like a secret tape of her twerking on you or something? You know what I mean? Or to
You
promote
think that's
the film.
what we need to sell the flick?
Something viral. I don't know. I'm trying to think outside the box.
We were thinking of coming on your show. That was our plan.
That would have been nice. That would be fun. But you know, the thing is with this movie, you've been writing the thing and trying to get it done since 2008.
Yeah.
This is a long process.
You're
I'm
right.
gonna do some math. I think this is 2013. Now,
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 5 years of your life.
You're right.
Give or
You're
take.
right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I wasn't working on it full time that
Right.
whole time.
Yeah.
2008, 9. I'm probably more.
$24 million. Would that make you happy? Box office this
Oh,
weekend?
I'm not gonna bet a number.
Opening?
I'm not gonna bet a
Opening
number. Don't make me bet a number.
24. If I told you today, the
Don't make
film
me
brought
do
in.
it.
I've got a crystal ball. The film brought in $24 million. Would you be jumping up and down for joy?
Absolutely, sure.
You would be thrilled.
Yeah, but that's
If I told
So would
you,
Hollywood.
if I told you the film brought in $10 million,
yeah, man. This movie cost $3.
so that's all we need.
Yeah, it's a win, man.
If we make $10 million this weekend,
Oh no, I don't want to bet a number, man.
you are a nervous fucking wreck, aren't you?
Well, yeah, maybe I'm superstitious. I don't know. Like,
If you
no good can come of this, Howard.
If you put 5 years of your life into something, you
If I put
wanna
5
see
years
it-
of my life
you
into
wanna
something.
see it pay off.
Yeah, but to me, the money it makes is not what's going to make it pay off or not.
Right.
That was never the intention of doing this. If I wanted to make maximum money, Don John is not necessarily. I would have made a horror movie. I would have, like, produced a reality TV show or something.
Right.
If I wanted to make maximum dough.
I think the movie will do well, and I will tell my fans I really did love it.
Thanks, man.
I really did. I think you did a great job.
Thank you. You thought it was funny?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was engaging, and I
That's
thought it was
fucking
actually
awesome,
sweet. At
man.
the end, I thought it was sort of romantic.
Thank you. Thanks,
You
man.
know, as romantic as a movie about a guy who jerks off all the time could be. And I thought
These
it was
were the
unusual.
notes you wanted to hit.
Yes, I thought it was an unusual film too, which is good.
I wanted to make something bold and take a risk. If I were gonna, put all the work into making the movie, I wanted.
And I
to
thought
do
your
something.
directing was strong. You know
Thank
what I mean?
you.
Like I didn't see any weird cuts or some kind of strange bullshit. You know what I mean? When you direct,
He
for the
looked
first
like
time,
he knew what he was doing.
Who do you rely on when you direct the first time? Because the first time you go in and do it, who's the DP? Is that the guy, the director
Well,
of
you
photography?
rely on so many people, man. It's a collaborative process. The DP, the production designer, the editor, the music composer, so many people.
Yeah.
It's a
And
it's
how
a
do you
big
put that
collaborative
team
process.
together?
A lot of them are people that I knew. The producer had produced Brick and Looper, so he knows how to take a little amount of money and make
Yeah.
it look like a bigger movie. The DP, I knew people from
Where'd you
different.
shoot that sucker? Because you got to go somewhere where it's cheap, right?
Mostly in L.A.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that where you live?
I'm from L.A. I was born and raised there.
Who do you hang with? I mean, and don't give me the dopey regular friends. I mean celebrities. That's what I want. Who's your hang? Yeah.
Who am I friends with?
Channing Tatum?
Chan is a friend of mine.
He's
We've
a
done
good dude.
3 movies together. He has a little cameo in Don John. He's really funny.
That's right.
Yeah, and he's a great dude. Yeah, definitely.
We like him.
Absolutely.
And you can party with him?
Sure. What do you
guys
mean by
smoke
party?
Weed? Smoke weed?
I smoke a lot more weed than he does. He's
do?
not a big smoker, no.
You got medical marijuana?
I'm from California, dude. I grew up in L.A. in the Valley.
So you got that card where you can go into the store? And
I
get
don't
it?
have a card, no.
Why not? You obviously have
I should
medical
have a card. Clearly, I have all
Clearly
sorts
look
of
like
medical problems.
you got a problem.
I'm still stoned from last night, that
Right.
chocolate I ate.
Is that you like that better than drinking, smoking weed, huh?
They're 2 very different things. Drinking can be fun sometimes,
Sure.
but no, weed is more, I certainly do it more often.
I cannot smoke
Is it
weed.
an everyday thing?
I go through phases sometimes where it's every day.
Yeah.
It's not every day these days.
Because I cannot smoke weed.
Yeah. Oh, no?
It's one of the great tragedies of my life.
That's too bad.
I've smoked weed many, many times, and I get insanely paranoid to the point that I'm no fun.
I pace around and have all sorts of good ideas. I was stoned
Really?
when I first thought of Don John as a comedy.
Do you think
Wow.
marijuana can lead to like a more creative life? Is that one of the?
I think it's
is that your
different for
muse?
everybody,
Yeah.
but certainly the way that I use it, I absolutely think it has a positive impact on my creative process.
The pot today is so strong.
It's super strong. You're
Super
right.
strong.
You don't
Do-
have
do-
to smoke that much.
Do you take one hit and you get off, or can you smoke a whole joint?
It depends on how much I'm smoking, you know?
Wow.
I mean,
I
yeah.
admire you.
I mean, it's certainly not for everybody, and I definitely have friends for whom I would say it's a problem. But I also have friends that smoke quite a lot, and for them, it's not a problem.
Doing anything else? Coke, heroin, anything?
No,
fun
I
that?
don't like that stuff.
You don't.
really.
You stay away from anything heavy.
I tried cocaine once or twice and was like, I'm just not impressed. Like, I felt like I could make myself feel like this by myself. I don't need a drug for this.
It doesn't seem to do much.
No, I was not impressed.
I don't understand the addiction to it.
I guess if you never get that feeling of like, okay, yeah, let's go get him, then and you need a drug to do it, I could see how that would be addictive. But
Right.
I guess I'm just lucky that I give myself that feeling a lot, like especially with work. Like, I remember the first time I tried cocaine, I was in the middle of doing a play. And every night, eight performances a week, right before you get on stage, you get this little rush.
Right.
You know? And I remember when I tried it for the first time, and I was like, this is kind of the same. Okay, so if you
You
didn't
get
have
that.
any other way in your life to give you that rush,
Yeah.
I could see it becoming a problem. You
might
start
wind up,
relying on this drug to give you that rush. But maybe I'm just lucky I found another thing in my life that gives that to
And
me.
that's an interesting way of putting it. Yeah, maybe it's the absence of that rush that gets people into it.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, I
I don't
agree
know,
with
but
that.
I don't like it. It's,
me neither,
it's
man.
not comfortable. It tastes kind of shitty. I didn't like it.
I tell all the kids not to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
You're not supposed to eat cocaine.
No, but when you snort it up your nose, it gives you that
You get a
taste in
taste.
like the back of your throat. You know
You
what I
ever do
mean?
acid?
Yeah. I like LSD.
You do. See, that's
Yeah, I haven't
another
done
drug.
it very many times. It's so powerful. I've only done it a handful of times, but
That drug fucked me up.
yeah. Did
Well,
you do it right? You have to
No.
really take care and do it right.
I was by myself. I took a 4-way hit.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
I
no,
did-
that's
That's why drugs are dangerous. They don't tell you. There's nothing.
It's
There's no
true.
instructions.
That's if we're here talking about it on the radio, let me say, because I did just say that I have done LSD, and
Right.
I even said that I liked it. Let me be really clear. You
Good.
have to be very careful.
Thank you.
It's extremely powerful.
It is.
And you should have someone who's not doing it. You should make sure that whoever you did get it is super trustworthy and someone you know has already taken a dose off
And
it and
who
been
is doing
fine.
that? Who does drugs?
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
no,
I was a
Pete,
dopey
Nobody's
kid.
doing that.
I did a 4-way hit of blotter acid, and thank God I did have a friend who I don't think wants to be named, but I did have a friend who helped me out that night who was straight. And if I didn't have him, I think I would have lost my mind,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. And the guy I bought it from, he didn't say to me, "Hey, you're supposed to cut this up to 4 different people." You know what I mean?
Oy,
I didn't know what I was doing.
That's terrible. Yeah, it's dangerous. You have to be really, really careful.
It's the worst. It almost ruined my life. Well, how's a girl get to date you? Seriously, what do we have to do to hook up with you? Are you in a relationship now, or are you single?
I have a girlfriend, but I tend not to really like to talk about it in
In
public.
the business or out of the business? I see you as one of these guys. You have to have a girlfriend out of the business.
She is not in show business.
See? Yeah, what'd you meet her? Like you met her at a restaurant or something? I can
We
see
have
a
mutual
waitress.
friends. Yeah.
Got introduced?
She's, we have lots of mutual friends.
You in love with her?
Oh, geez, man, come on. No,
Wow.
this is getting private. This is getting private.
How long you been with this broad?
I mean, now this is interesting because I don't want to like, why should we talk about the personal details of,
You want to know
my
why?
relationship?
I'll tell you why. I'm going to give you a good reason.
Okay.
Why.
if
Somebody
you-
once
give
asked me this.
All right.
I'm in love with my wife.
Yeah.
I love this woman.
Okay.
There's no greater joy in my life than even like if we get invited out to an event, holding her hand, even if I have to walk on a red carpet, putting my arm around her, I get tremendous comfort from being with her.
Yeah.
So why all the secrecy? Like I've talked to people.
Well, maybe everybody isn't finding that, Howard.
Well, maybe
here,
not,
let me,
but they
'cause
should.
let me give you a reason. Maybe you'll take this or not. So, but what you and I do is a little different. You get on the air and your performance is as Howard Stern yourself.
Okay.
I get up in movies and I play other people.
That's true.
So when the audience is watching me in movies, I don't want them thinking about me and who I'm dating and blah
You
blah
got a
blah.
point
I
there.
want them to see the character, the story that I'm telling. You
But
know?
why? But why? To
But
live your
also,
life-
maybe their relationship is developing, and they don't know where it's going to go,
Oh, it sounds
and
like
they don't
she's
need
smart.
this kind of scrutiny.
All right, how long you been with this girl?
What did
Give me a month.
Robin just say? What did she
one-
just
one-
say?
I'll tell you why. I've got a relevant point to make. How long you been with her? 6 months? A year?
What do you want me to? I don't like. I don't like
Wow.
disclosing details like this. I feel like
I don't
she,
get that. I still don't because
What
actors,
if she doesn't want those details? Does she?
she wants that? She
No,
wants you
I'm
to come
telling
out
you that-
publicly
that
and
she
scream
does
out
not.
that you're in love with her.
I'm telling you now that that's not true. Actually,
Well, what was she, the vice president of the United States? I mean, what, she got a
Yeah, it's Hillary
classified job?
Clinton he's with.
What is that? Are you crazy? Was she Sarah Palin?
yes, Sarah Palin
You're
is my
dating
girlfriend.
Sarah Palin.
Sarah
We've been together for a
Palin?
good
Oh,
6
my.
months, and
Look at you. I don't know, man. I don't get that whole thing. Like I'll watch a talk show and like someone will walk out and go, "I can't talk about my relationship," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you." Just
no,
talk
but
about it.
seriously, the girl that I'm with, she really doesn't want to be a part of that, and you
Must
can
be.
imagine not wanting to have that
No,
scrutiny.
I cannot imagine it.
You can't imagine.
Well,
You're in
he's
love with-
this.
you're-
He's
she's
like
in
a
love with you.
twin.
She's in love with you. And she's so
Maybe.
proud to be in a relationship with you. And she's playing the game, too, that, oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't want me to say that I'm his girlfriend. So everyone's like into the whole let's secrecy thing. Listen, you'll go over there, I'll go over there, we'll meet up later. It's a game. Just fuck her and just announce it to the world.
I actually don't think that's the case with this particular person.
It is.
The story you're telling is something I get that certainly
part of the
happens in life.
excitement.
That happens, but I think that that's not true in this particular case.
All right, fair enough. I'll leave you alone with
I
that.
appreciate
The
that.
movie is called, I've seen this movie, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's onto something. Not only I'm proud of this guy because he wrote the movie, he directed the movie, and he stars in the movie, and you made a good movie.
Thanks, man.
It's
You're being so
funny.
cool. I really
well,
appreciate
I'll
it.
tell you what. I'd tell you get the fuck out of here if I didn't think it was good. I really would.
Thank
I
God.
never would have invited you in if I didn't like the movie.
Can I ask you something really quick?
Go ahead, anything.
The show.
I
I'm
thought you were
trying
going
to
to ask me if
remember.
my cock was small.
No,
most people want to know.
the TV was there. I have this memory of after Saturday Night Live. Long time ago, I would stay up. My brother would stay up and watch Saturday Night Live, and I have an older brother.
Right.
And if I could stay up late enough when I'm a little kid,
Yeah.
after SNL, the Howard Stern show would come on like NBC. Am I right?
Yeah. There were different incarnations. I did a show that you probably saw in California. It was for 2 years I did a show. It was like a sketch show.
Yeah,
Saturday Night
that's
Live
it.
type show. And it was out of the, we used to beat.
Wait, that was
we
just
were up against-
local California?
It was local, and we were up against Saturday Night
Seriously?
Live here in New York, and we beat them like 3-1 in the ratings because it was an outrageous show. And
I remember it.
I wrote it with Fred and a guy named Jackie. The three of us wrote the whole thing pretty much, and we had some guys wrote other things, right? Fred, Mark Cronin
Yes,
did some
Mark
writing.
Cronin.
Yeah,
and,
you had a few other
Rosenberg.
guys there.
But we basically wrote the whole thing.
Because my brother would stay up late and watch that, and he would always, because I loved SNL, and he was like, nah, the cool thing to watch is the Howard Stern show after that.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, and let me tell you something. That was a hell of a show. It burned me out though. It was very hard to.
Too much.
I edited it with two guys in my basement.
Wow.
It
See,
was
I'm in the
nuts.
middle of making a TV show now.
Right. What for? Who?
For this new cable channel called Pivot. You heard of this new channel?
No.
Yeah, there's a new channel. It's like, it just started in August.
Sketch show you're doing?
It's like a variety show. There'll be short films and songs and cartoons and short docs and stuff
Are you
like
in
that.
it?
Yeah, I host it and I'm directing it and I'm performing it. And
How the
yeah,
hell do you have the time?
it's made collaboratively. Like, we use the internet and people are contributing to these different pieces.
so you're not
This
doing
is what
every
I've been
segment.
doing. This is
Oh.
what I've been doing all year. I went straight from working on Don John to working on this TV show.
I'm just wondering if you shouldn't just cash in and do a couple of big movies.
I'm gonna do another movie soon enough.
What do you got lined up? Anything cool?
I don't have anything lined up yet.
Dude, what do we got to come up with a game plan for you. Don't fuck up. There's a years to bank. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
You're on fire. Let's do it.
Okay.
Well,
right.
let's ask the question. Wait a minute. Like, he was a child star on a hit series. How much money did he make? Did he hold on to the money?
Yeah, I'm really lucky that my dad is really smart with money, and is
they
always
weren't looking to rip you off either.
helped me. They were not exactly, because that happens or has happened.
Could the old man make a good living in working for Pacifica Radio doing news?
He stopped doing that when he had kids.
Yeah, I bet. You can't make a dime doing that.
He started
had
a
to go
small
get a real
business.
job.
He's a small business.
What's he do?
He makes like technology and software for mini storage facilities.
You give them dough, or you?
No. He has a small business with like 20 employees, and he's had it for 20-something years. And now I'm starting a business. That's Hit Record is like my company, where I'm not just working for someone else.
For the man. I get it.
That's you, right? You're the man.
Oh,
you're doing pretty damn well with all this, man. Congratulations.
Yeah,
it's
but
crazy.
I work for people. You know, I'm a worker. I'm like blue collar, man. You go in, you get a paycheck.
That's not entirely true. You are more powerful than any of the corporate executives that run the companies. You're way more powerful than any of them.
I'm doing my thing.
Well, then why do they keep firing him?
But you're doing it on your own, though. That's cool. I really admire that you figured out a way to do like your show that was the best for you.
Right.
I admire that. I want to be able to do that as an artist and not just fit into the way that it's always done.
It ain't easy. The new movie, Don John, he directs it, he wrote it. I'm giving it a big thumbs up. You got to go see it, Robin. You'll love it.
Thanks, man.
I can't wait.
Thank you so much.
wait.
Pleasure meeting you.
The pleasure is mine.
Hey,
buddy.
real good seeing you.
Likewise.
And,
likewise.
Yeah, and we'll be back right after these words.
Joseph, since you've been acting since you were very young,
Yes.
you've done various press junkets and interviews over the years. How is this separate from all the others?
This feels like a conversation. It felt like I met this guy who I know him from his work, and he knows me from my work, and we had never met each other, but we got to know each other a bit. And man, super friendly, generous dude. He's really, really nice. I care a lot about this movie that I made, and for him to tell everybody who's listening that he really likes it, and for him to clearly mean it, meant a lot. That meant a lot to me.
And now that you are a filmmaker, what do you think is so interesting about Howard's character? What draws people in? What makes him?
That he's honest. That is completely it. That what the conversation he and I just had was an honest conversation of two guys like getting to know each other. That's interesting to listen to. Most interviews that you hear in the press or whatever, they're not two people just talking and getting to know each other. There's some agenda, there's some show that's being put on, there's, whatever, some kind of preconceived routine or whatever. This was legitimately just a conversation. He and I sat down and talked for an hour. And I think that's interesting to listen to because it feels real, it feels honest.
Absolutely. Well, good luck with Don John. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, it's David Arquette. Here I am, back on the Stern Show. I'm promoting a show called Dream School and a show called Cleaners that I have coming out. And I'm really excited because it's Robin's first day back. And I'm really excited to see her in the flesh. Maybe make another pass, see if it goes anywhere.
A lot of people are noting the coincidence that she's returning on the day you're appearing.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
You've got a magic about you, sir.
She's the magical one.
All right, David Arquette is here. Good friend of the show, David Arquette. He is promoting a show called Dream School.
Hello.
Wow, you look good, dude. Wow. What's with the suit and tie? You look awesome.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Very handsome.
He can go out with Beth.
She
now.
looks awesome. It's so good to see you back.
It's good to be seen. Thank you.
Yeah, Robin hasn't been in our studio for 17 months, David. Of course, she was very ill.
Yeah.
She got ill right after she kissed you.
Yeah, maybe it's all your fault.
I don't know what that is.
Sorry.
But actually, I thought it was a little suspicious, Robin, that you came racing in when you heard David was going to be here.
We could seal that deal right now, Robin.
I am so confused by that whole story that you told the last time. That you and Robin actually had somewhat of a makeout session.
We did.
What were you? But be honest. What were you actually thinking that night? You called Robin or something where you paid for her tattoo.
She was in town, and then she wanted to get a tattoo. and we went to Shamrock Social Club.
Did you get a new
Mark
tattoo?
Mahoney.
Yeah.
I got plenty of tattoos.
I was watching you
yeah.
on TV the other night, and you had a big tattoo over here on your wrist.
Yeah.
Let me see what's doing there.
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts.
Yeah.
So you took Robin to get her tattoo.
Yes.
Did you get a tattoo with her?
Yeah, you
I
were
did,
in the
yeah.
chair, yeah.
What did you get?
I think I got my grandfather. Mm-hmm. I think I got a portrait of my grandfather.
And Robin had asked you for some tattoo advice, who to go to, I guess. Yeah. And you offered to pay for her tattoo, which she accepted.
Yeah, Mark Mahoney. He's the best.
Right. And how much did Robin's tattoo cost? She has very expensive taste.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I took her for wine. She ordered an $800 bottle of wine.
I brought her wine at that place.
He bought me a very nice
very fine bottle of
wine.
$800?
No.
What do you mean? You bought her a bottle of wine where? At the tattoo place?
No, at the
He
store.
brought it with him when he arrived. He had
Like
it.
a
So you
gentleman.
had wine when you were getting tattooed?
Yes.
I thought you're not allowed to do that because they say don't be drunk when you're...
Well, maybe we didn't do it inside their place. I don't know.
So you waited till you got outside. All right, that's good.
Yeah, we stood in with a brown bag.
I like that. People are worried about people being drunk when they get tattoos. But
Well, your blood does thin. You know?
it does,
so,
yes, yeah. So, and then you paid for the tattoos.
Yeah.
And then you drove Robin back to her hotel?
No, she got a cab.
So
no,
when,
one of your friends drove me.
One of my friends drove me.
Yeah, took me back.
Now, when did you kiss her?
Before she left.
All right, so Robin was leaving the tattoo place.
Yeah.
It's a bonding experience when you get tattooed together. You were feeling good about her. She's obviously delightful.
She is.
The big jugs were talking to you.
I know.
And Robin, he leans in, you describe to kiss you goodbye, and much to your surprise.
Well, you know how you hug a friend when you're saying goodbye?
Right.
And it became a kiss.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
And a kiss on the lips with tongue.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, come on, Robin, let's go. Fuck.
You were ready to fuck her.
Absolutely.
And Robin says no.
She was like, I gotta get up or some kind of. She had some story. She gave me like I was like, all right, I'm not gonna pressure.
What a story that would have been. You fucked David Arquette.
Exactly.
Is she responsible for you breaking up with the beautiful Courtney Cox?
No, that was far after.
Oh,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
far after. Okay, so if Robin was at the start of that would have been fantastic. You know, that you just left your wife for Robin.
Oh.
You know, that's
we
what
got caught.
That's what Robin does. So you were quite taken with her that day, and you were ready to fuck.
Who's not?
Right.
Robin's the greatest.
It would have been beautiful.
It's like sleeping with the queen of all media.
Right. And so she says, so how did she let you down? You said, hey, come on, Robin, I'm sure you didn't say, let's go fuck.
No, I was like, what are you doing? You know,
Yeah,
I'm trying to through my, you know.
He was still working on his tattoo. His grandfather's face was still being.
Well, he could have gotten back to that to get some nice pussy. He would go, right. I don't mean to be crude, but
Nubian princess.
Right.
Yes.
I'll come back and finish this tattoo next week.
That's
I was
right.
worried about the tattoo being completed properly.
That's
All right.
probably
Well, you're
what
very
happened.
beautiful that way. So you kissed her and you tongued her,
Yeah.
and you said to her, "Okay, let's go," and she says, "No."
Yeah.
Wow. And you're not used to no. I mean, you're a
used to
good-looking
no.
guy. You're
Are you kidding?
You're a good star,
Of course I'm used to
and
know.
you're good-looking. You know.
Oh, I don't know.
You've
It was
been
also
rejected
kind of
before?
like, yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
of course.
I'm surprised.
But it was like a fun little thing. It was just like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Let's go hang out. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. Let's go see if something fun can happen.
Yeah,
you know, like my
absolutely.
penis inside of you. Yeah, that's
How
fun.
fun would that be?
How fun? That's fun.
That is fun.
It is.
Especially we're both single. It wasn't
Right.
like
Well, you weren't with your girlfriend yet.
No.
way before her.
Christine.
Christina.
Christina.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on with Christina now? Are you guys? I read you're either
Yeah.
together or broken
No.
up.
Why would you believe any of these lies?
Well, who
These
else am I
guys
going
are
to
such
ask you?
knuckleheads.
I can't ask you.
yeah,
I'm uncomfortable talking directly to you. So you're with that beautiful girl. Still.
Yeah, Christina McClarty. She's my girl. Yeah.
Wow.
She took you seriously.
She did. Yes.
She fucked you.
She didn't reject me. Although it took a while, actually, for her.
Was Christina upset you were coming here to see Robin today? I'm being serious.
No,
worry
she was
when we
actually
get
cool, even when I came out with that
She was. She was like-
revelation.
she understood.
She was
Even
like,
she
really?
understood.
You tried to fuck Robin? I was like, yeah. I did.
Yeah, right. And so she supports you in fucking Robin. She's okay.
I don't know if she'd give me a pass if you get like those passes.
Weekend hall pass?
No, you get those like, those one you get to pick one person, which is a game you can't really play when you're in Hollywood because you actually meet those people.
Who else have you been rejected by? When you were after you left Courtney, you must have hit on a lot of women.
I don't know.
So were there other rejections?
There was a really brutal one, and I don't want to say her name, but it was so bad.
Was her name Jennifer Aniston?
No. I got a number of this girl I always thought was hot, and I called her up, and I left a message.
Who was it?
I'm not going to say.
Was it that singer that you're attracted to?
No, I'm not attracted to that girl. She's a knucklehead. So, and then...
This is a famous woman.
Yeah, and then she called me back. She's like, listen. And I was like, hey, it's David. I'd really like to take you out to dinner sometime. You know, blah, 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 blah. She calls me back. She's like, listen, you left a message on my ex-boyfriend's phone.
Why did she give you that number?
I got the number from someone else.
Oh.
I was being shady. I was being sneaky.
No kidding.
Sneaky enough.
So that was it. She says, oh, this guy's an idiot. He fucking left a message on my boyfriend's, yeah.
Probably so.
Oh, I wonder who it was. Was it Sandy Bullock? No? Younger or older?
Oh, she's amazing, though. No. It doesn't matter. What does it matter?
You know, no way. You haven't really dated enough. And, like, you got single. And now you're hooked up. Like, you should have been out on the scene a little bit. You know what I mean?
I found an incredible, beautiful girl. So I didn't, like, need to. And trust me, I'm good. Like, I don't need to cross anything off my list.
No? You're okay.
Yeah.
So the last time you called in, you dropped a bombshell that you were drinking again. And it was news everywhere.
I know.
People love to hear these things, don't they?
Well, they just like to kind of make me look like a knucklehead. Or just talk trash. I just don't understand it anymore. I'm just so over it. People talk shit about everybody all the time.
I know that's driving you crazy.
It drives me crazy. Does it not drive you crazy?
But that's our culture. It's always been gossip.
It doesn't have to be our culture.
You go back to the days of Hedda Hopper and all these gossip people.
Well, then let's not cry too much when we shut down the government and the whole fucking world's crumbling and there's violence and people going crazy because. People go crazy because they've been bullied and they've been stomped on and they just have had enough and then they snap and they go out and do something drastic.
Did you stop your Twitter account after you announced that you were drinking again?
Yeah, on this show,
Because people were giving you so much shit on Twitter?
Yeah, and they were lying. There was an article recently about me. I went out to dinner with my girl and then I drop her off at home and I have to drive out to Ventura to do a movie because I'm starting at 5 in the morning.
Right.
Drive out to Ventura. They make this article about me going into a strip club after I dropped my girlfriend off.
I read that.
Yeah. Well, I went to a strip club the night before.
Go ahead.
I did.
All right.
I go to strip clubs all the time.
So
it's not like a big story.
Right.
But they made it look like I dropped my girlfriend off and then I ran off to a strip club. They obviously have the dates on the pictures that they're putting the story together.
I read that you guys were broken up.
No.
And then you went and had dinner with her. Then you went to the strip club.
It's like complete lies. No. I went to the strip club the night before.
What are you doing in strip clubs? What's going on?
I love strip clubs.
Me
I go
too,
to them
but
all the time.
Doesn't your girlfriend kind of...
No, my girl's cool.
What are you doing?
I mean?
You getting hand jobs over there?
No, absolutely not.
Shit.
No, I really don't.
What do you do there?
Well, I do something amazing.
What do you do?
Where I buy roses.
Go ahead. Let me hear this.
And I'll get like $20 or $40.
Right.
And like 4 roses. You take the petals off. And you make it rain with dollar bills and rose petals.
Is that what you do?
That's my way of spreading a little love.
Well, really? You know what? You are about peace and love.
That's
peace
it.
and love.
That's it.
You're really so sensitive about it. You really keyed into this gossip
Well,
thing.
I actually am not listening to it anymore. And you know what? I always get in trouble when I come onto your show. I did Andy Cohen last night.
I was watching. That's right.
And they said, like, somebody called up. I was like, why do you keep going on Howard Stern? He always gets you in trouble.
I get you in trouble.
Yeah, what did we do?
What did I do?
Well, you just ask all the questions. You know what I mean? You are the best interviewer alive right now. So
thank you.
And if you want to be honest and have fun and play the game and be silly, then you answer the question. You
So
have fun
please,
with it. You
please
don't-
play the game and tell me what girl you called to get that answering machine and the boyfriend, because that's just the greatest story I've ever heard.
Ava Mendez.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah.
Ava Mendez.
Well, I was always a
Boy,
fan
she's
of her.
hot.
She's
Yeah.
gorgeous, and we also were, involved in the same charity. at some
Right.
point.
Oh, she
Sorry,
is-
Ava. I hope you're not upset.
No, why would she be upset? What? You were
Well,
attracted to her?
nothing
Join the
happened.
club.
You just called her boyfriend.
Who was her ex-boyfriend?
Oh, really? I'm sorry. The ex-boyfriend is the
Who was
real.
the ex-boyfriend? That's what I
I'm
want
not
to know.
exactly sure, but he was absolutely
Ava
cool.
Mendez.
Not a
Ooh,
jerk.
man, if you had gotten into her pants.
It's fine. She's a sweet, kind person. I liked her because we're a part of the same charity, Art of Elysium, which is a really incredible.
So she was
charity.
cool about it. She just said, "Look, I can't go out with you because you did a bonehead move."
No, she didn't even say that. I just think
It just
she thought
flew.
I was a
better not
bonehead.
try
Yeah.
it
I just like,
That's
I crawled into my dirty little cave after that.
You know who she dated? You know who you must have called? Ryan Gosling.
No,
Yeah.
it was before all that. It was
Before Ryan
all
Gosling.
that.
I wonder who you called. That's what I want to know. The guy probably is yelling at her.
Oh no!
Stop
he was-
having David
He
Arquette
was
call.
really cool. He was very kind about it.
Oh my God! Oh, you mean some guy picked up and you go, "Hey, can I speak to Ava?"
No.
No, I left a
Oh,
message.
what'd you say on the message?
It was such a douchey message.
Hey, I just finished making out with Robin Quivers. You want to get together?
Probably.
But you know what would have been cool? If, like, on the message you said, "Hey, look, I want to have dinner with you. Meet me at blah blah blah," and the ex-boyfriend shows up and goes, "I'll have dinner with you."
yeah.
That would have been very cool.
Yeah.
So you've gotten so affected by you came out about the drinking, and then it just was like one hateful thing after another, rather than being supportive.
Well, I don't know. I mean, people can judge all they want, but
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. It's like, I'm going to do the Today Show later,
Yeah.
and Hoda and Kathy Lee have wine glasses on their thing at 10 o'clock. I don't drink at 10 o'clock, and these ladies, I just don't understand it.
No one's judging them.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But whatever.
How is the drinking going? Are you able to control it, or are you just completely out of control?
No, I control it. I mean, I drink. I have my wild nights once in a while, but
Right.
I don't know. And that's the quote they're gonna take.
What?
I have my wild nights once in a while. You know what I mean?
And then they'll
but
try
whatever,
to find a
it's just,
picture to match it, right?
Yeah, and
right, let me get
I'm
it
a
straight.
good person, and the bottom line is, I've got successful businesses. I have a production company. I'm on time. I do my work. I'm an actual kind person that doesn't screw people over like these reporters who write these stupid articles.
Did all your AA buddies and stuff say to you, "Hey, you can't go back to drinking"? Were they trying to beg you not to do it?
No, the cool ones were like, they don't judge. You know
They
what I
don't.
mean? And they're like, if you need anything, you got to do what works for you.
Right. And Christina didn't give you any shit about going back to
No,
drinking?
no,
Wow.
Christina's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Usually a woman will give you tons of shit, although maybe she thinks you're more fun now.
Well, I don't want to be in a relationship where somebody's giving me shit all the time.
And
That's
then she
not-
turns into your mother.
Yeah, I'm done with,
Hey, how about your sister being on Ray Donovan?
I know,
That
amazing,
was
right?
fast.
Rosanna.
What a-
One-
what a role.
Rosanna. One of the
Absolutely.
best scenes I've ever seen acted between her and John Boyd.
I know, incredible,
He
right?
says, "You know what? I can't have sex with you. You're too old for me." And it's such a great scene for Rosanna because she's this hot chick that no one ever says that to.
Right.
And he goes, "Yeah." And John Boyd looks like a bus hit him, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't fuck you. You're too old for me, but I'll let you blow me."
But then she says, you'd have to put a gun to my head.
And then he puts a gun to her head.
That's amazing, right?
Fantastic.
I know.
What a great show. You watching that whole show?
Yeah, I love that show.
Beautiful, huh?
Incredible, yeah.
What are you working on now? You got some show you're promoting.
Yeah.
What do you got?
It's called Dream School.
Dream School.
What is
Yeah.
this? I'm reading
It's
all
for
about
Sundance.
Dream School.
Yeah,
You could
Sundance
have
Channel.
you could have made out with the star of Dream Dance.
Could have made out with the teacher.
Yeah.
I'm their homeroom teacher and drama teacher.
Where do I see this thing?
It's on the Sundance Channel starting on October 7th.
That's Redford's channel, Robert Redford?
I guess
I
so,
mean,
yeah.
Isn't he the Sundance guy? Butch
Yeah.
and the Sundance Kid?
Sure.
Yeah. So your show is a regular series
Yeah, yeah.
on the
It's
Sundance
like 6
Channel.
episodes. They took 15 kids who were in danger of dropping out of high school.
Go ahead.
They provide them with an amazing high school experience.
Go ahead. Yes.
in
And you're the
hopes to
teacher?
inspire them to stay in school and get back on track and graduate.
Well, how does this work? Because what you're doing for them is not like real high school.
Well, I mean, it's like taking a course. I mean, it's 30 days.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
Who are
but
you in that
it's
show?
you hanging out with them and
No,
50 Cent hanging out
well,
with
there's
them.
there's three qualified teachers and a qualified dean. And then, you know, I'm the homeroom teacher. 50 Cent's the executive producer of the show, so he sort of lays down the rules for them. And then Mae Jemison, who's the first woman of color in space astronaut, she teaches them science. Oliver Stone teaches them history.
Could you drink during your class?
Cliff Dorfman, my friend. No, I was still sober at the time.
Oh.
Cliff Dorfman, my dear friend, teaches them storytelling and screenwriting. Susie Orman teaches them finance. Jesse Jackson teaches them debate.
I see. And this is going to be 6 episodes on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So, all right, that sounds nice.
But you know, it's really actually a heartfelt, beautiful.
And what are you teaching
show.
on these kids?
He's the
I'm the homeroom teacher.
Oh, the homeroom
I'm
teacher.
just
So you're not teaching them
inspiring
jack shit. You're just getting them to behave.
Just taking attendance.
So these are kids who are like in danger of dropping out.
Yeah.
Oh, these are like troubled
Different kids. Yeah, a kid who's like, you know, fought too much. You know, a kid who.
Did you sleep with any of the students?
No,
you did
absolutely not.
You were
no.
totally sober and you're sure of it?
Absolutely,
All right.
yes, sir.
You'll take a lie detector test?
Absolutely.
All right, that's good because, you know, those rumors get started and the next thing you know, you're going to be off Twitter again. So you're not on Twitter. I can't find you on Twitter.
No.
It
There's
became
somebody faking me out there.
Oh, there is. But you became so upset with all the negativity on Twitter. I understand this.
It's just like, you know, I don't get why we're all so mean. It all's, you know, we talk about bullying, all this stuff bullying, but these reporters out there and the people who buy these rag mags are just supporting a bully like society. We're just not being kind and
what do you want to see happen? No more rag magazines? You want them gone? And where do you draw the line? Would you allow Us Magazine?
Well, you know, Life Magazine used to do something really cool. Life Magazine used to go into their home, they'd shoot them, people would talk and open up, and they'd be, you know, there'd be like this line. You know
but it
what I mean?
was boring. I mean, some of those.
Okay, so everyone wants to
like
talk.
the story on you, I thought was fascinating. Where you're at dinner with Christina, you tell her you love her, and then you run off to the strip club.
But
I like
don't
that.
you understand that they took a picture from the day before?
Right.
No, but that's not only mean. That's actually criminal.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
But I also don't sue people, so I'm not going to go out and sue this fucking asshole.
Because they're going to say, "What are your damages?"
Yeah, but you know, why would they do that? They have the dates on the magazine, but you know, it's complete lies. And I'm not like a person to like hide behind all this crap.
Right. What's going on with Courtney? You seeing her anymore? Or you guys
I
are
love
at each other's. You still love her? You're not at each other's throats?
No, come on.
That'll happen.
No, it won't.
No, yes, it will.
Why do you think that after all?
Because it'll happen. Something's going to go down.
No, absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah, she's an incredible person. I mean,
so you're with Coco a couple of days a week.
Yeah, every 3 days.
And Courtney's with Coco a couple of days a week.
Yeah.
And what's her story? Is she fucking anyone?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I've heard things. I've heard things.
Well, it's none of his business anymore. Anyway.
Yes, it is. He has to keep tabs just for Coco's sake. Who knows who she's seeing? We should bring some degenerate home.
I mean, it's
right?
It's terrible that we can't even talk about stuff because people are such shitheads out there most of the time.
Yeah.
That they'll just
you
run
mean Benji
and
and Fred?
Absolutely not. I love those
you
guys.
like those guys.
Yeah, but they'll just run with it and write some lie, and it's just not cool. The fact of the matter is, we went through a divorce, and you know, we share custody of our kid, and we're, you know, dear friends with each other, and we treat each other with respect.
Yeah, but even friends have all chosen sides. Like Jennifer Aniston ain't hanging with you, right? I mean, she's on Courtney's
really.
side.
I mean, not. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
how it goes.
I guess it does go that way, but I have no bitterness about it. I don't.
Like if you called up Jennifer Aniston tomorrow and said, "Hey, you know what? I miss you. I want to see you," even though I'm not married to Courtney, she would say no.
No, she probably could.
You think?
She wished me happy birthday.
She did?
Yeah.
She called you and wished you happy birthday?
No, text, but it's still.
Text?
She texted me. Yeah,
she did.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't
all
have
good.
any resentment about any of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but someone will get resentful. You'll see.
Did
she put a smiley face on the text?
So. You know what?
Did she put a smiley face on the text or not?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I don't know.
She just said happy birthday. All she said was happy birthday.
Whatever.
Did she say
Who
she
knows?
missed you?
Like, no.
No. See what I'm saying? She doesn't miss you.
Reading into everything.
That's right.
So all she said was happy birthday.
Yeah, I don't even care. I mean,
How
I
many
love
smiley
that
faces?
she did it. It was kind to her. But
How many smiley faces?
What the hell does it matter? What are you talking
On
about?
a happy birthday
This is
message,
like-
it's got to be
you're
smiley
like
face.
A weirdo. What are
I
you-
am a weirdo.
Why are you obsessed with that? Like,
What, with the
does
smiley
that matter?
face? Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. She gave me a smiley face.
She did?
Yes.
Oh, she did. Okay.
That makes
All
you
right.
happy.
All right, she
Jeez.
gave you smiley face.
Hey, what the hell is the smiley face?
So you admit it?
An XO. She gave me an XO.
Did she? Did she give you an XO?
What the fuck is wrong with
Did
you?
she
Are you
give you
like
an-
a 14-year-old
Yes.
child?
Did she give you XO?
I don't know what she did. She said happy birthday. That's all that matters.
How great would it have been if you had hooked up with Jennifer Aniston after being with Courtney Cox?
That would have
And
been
then
a
Lisa
good
Kudrow.
story, right?
I mean, oh my God, it would have been the best
It
fucking
would have been
story.
huge,
I
right?
wanted you to do that so bad. I really did. But I felt funny calling you and asking you to do it.
Thank you.
When she did the XO, was it before or after the happy
Shut
birthday?
Was it before or after the happy ending?
What strip clubs are you going to? Talk to me.
Come on.
Where you going?
Oh, man, I don't want to.
Do you get a lap dance there?
Once in a while I get a lap
Okay.
dance, but I don't want to go into all that because
Do you
pop a
nobody
rod?
deserves.
Do you pop a rod when you get the lap dance?
Once in a while.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not a big deal.
Do they rub their knee into
I'm
your
not.
cock?
I'm not even. I feel like I can't even be honest.
You've never gotten a hand job in a strip club?
No.
You're fucking lying.
No,
right
I'm
now.
not.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
absolutely not.
You never had a knee
No.
put in your crotch?
No. Well, knee in my crotch, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
did you ever
come
rub
on.
your cock into the knee and come? All right.
What a
guy.
thumb.
Yeah. Did you come from the knee on your cock? You can rub your cock against the knee and come. Trust me, I've done it.
Only if they could give me a smiley face.
Right.
What the fuck are you,
You
talking
really
about?
think your girlfriend doesn't care if you go to the strip club? You are nuts.
You
Maybe,
really think he doesn't know?
Yeah, I
What?
know. Girls,
do you
girls, when you're dating, will say they don't mind you going to a strip
Well,
club.
listen, I mean, I'm putting all my cards out there, so, this is who I am. If you don't like it, then,
You mean you're not going to? If Christina said to you tomorrow, David, I'm in
I'm
love
not
with
into
you.
ultimatums.
Listen to me for a second. Let me ask the question. If she said to you, hey, David, I'm in love with you, but it really bugs me when you go to strip clubs because I feel like, I don't know that anything's going on or anything, but I get very jealous and I can't handle it.
Oh,
What are you going to
I'm
do?
sorry, baby.
Really? Wow.
I would
See
say
you
I'm
going
sorry.
to the strip club.
No, not necessarily. I mean, but
not
I'm
giving
really
it up.
not into like.
It's not an ultimatum. It's just saying, look, if I'm going to be in a relationship with you, I need you to think of me a little bit.
I do think of her all the time.
But
My
you're
life's,
not,
like,
but you're not willing to
devoted
give up
her.
a strip club for her.
I don't know what. Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh.
Let's talk about
Really?
it. You want to talk? Let's get real.
That is something I enjoy doing. So,
Understood.
Yeah. So,
But when she says to you, would you give that up for me because I'm having a hard time with it?
I don't know. That's something we'd have to talk about in therapy. Or
See,
something.
Beth played it cool with me. Like, when I met her, I would go to strip clubs and stuff. And she would even go with me sometimes. Mm-hmm. But, then all of a sudden, I just kind of was like, you know what? I don't think she really digs it. So I stopped going.
See, that's the way it works then.
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
it?
the way
Yeah,
it
so
works.
she
Then you
didn't
do
bring
it on
it
your
up.
own,
Yeah.
and then they don't they're not saying this and that.
I agree with you.
But I also, I don't know. I like sexuality. I like fun. I like being alive, and I like.
You can't be alive without a
naked
strip
ladies.
club?
No, I just enjoy. I gave Adam Lambert a lap dance. I'm like.
Now, why did you?
I
Now I
enjoy
know why
it.
you're drinking again. Why would you give Adam Lambert a lap dance?
Because I believe in equal opportunities
Did you kiss him?
exploitation.
Did you kiss him?
No, I didn't kiss him.
Did
but
you
I
pop
would.
her
I
up?
would have rubbed my knee in there. I don't
Did
give
you-
a shit.
What do you mean you
I
gave him a
gave
lap
him a
dance?
smiley face.
Well, Adam Lambert is a gay man.
Yeah,
And
he's an
you-
amazing guy too.
Oh, fine, but when you
Huge
when you give a
cock.
lap dance, huge cock.
I'm just kidding. Jesus, what's wrong with you?
Do you find him attractive?
Yeah, he's a fucking amazing, talented, beautiful man.
Robin, don't feel so special anymore.
Yeah,
goes
he
for anything.
also rejected me.
Have you ever gotten it on with a guy?
No.
Be honest.
No.
You ever been jerked off by a guy?
No, absolutely not.
Never.
No.
You never jerked a guy off.
Absolutely no.
And you
What
saw
kind
Adam
of-
Lambert sitting there. You said, "Let me give you a lap dance."
It was his birthday. We were celebrating at my club, Bootsy Bellows.
Okay.
He had a big party in the back. I came out dressed as Rocky, dropped the robe, gave him a lap dance.
You were nude?
I was semi-nude. I was in just
Wow.
shorts.
And was it erotic being with another guy?
No, I mean it wasn't like I'm Like I
Was
play,
he touching you?
Really, I don't know if he like slapped my ass or something.
Was he rubbing your body as you were dancing?
Not so much.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm not like I'm a very straight guy, so even though in doing something fun like that, it's not really like
peace and love.
It's not really. Yeah,
wow.
It's not really erotic. Like I'm like a.
If you had to sleep with a guy,
broody. I don't know. I'm just kind of.
If you had to sleep with a man, what celebrity would you sleep with? I'm being honest. Pick a guy who you would sleep with. Besides me.
Benji.
Benji.
No,
Benji, you mean?
Benji.
He's got a B cup.
No, I don't. You don't think like that. I don't. I'm not
Jennifer
attracted
Aniston and
to
Justin Theroux asked you to join them in a threesome. Would you do it?
No.
You have to double team
absolutely.
Jennifer.
Oh, that's
no
terrible.
way. No way.
No.
Do you think you'll be invited to their wedding?
I don't
That's
think so.
going to be an interesting situation.
Yeah, I'm not going to be invited.
I don't think so.
No.
Otherwise, Courtney will blow a fucking stack.
No, stack, right?
So she's dating her co-star.
I don't know.
That's what do you mean you don't know? Of course you know. You go over and pick up Coco. You know what's going on. And Coco tells you what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, already, these people are going to write that I'm addicted to strip
See,
clubs.
now he sits in here thinking about what's going to be written.
I know.
Why do you
every
worry
word.
about it?
Because there's
Stop worrying. Care.
You tell me. I worry about it because it messes up my daughter's play dates.
Coco,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their parents start thinking I'm some kind of knucklehead.
Right.
And I'm actually,
Well,
and
you're not a total knucklehead.
not a total knucklehead.
That's right.
I'm just who I am, man. I'm a fucking good guy.
I
I'm a
love you.
Successful
I love you.
guy. I love you too.
Now, Coco's not calling this character daddy, is she? Or stepfather?
No.
Is she? What's going on? Are
There's
you?
one daddy in Coco's life.
You goddamn right there is.
Absolutely.
And daddy's going to the strip club tomorrow night.
Not when I have Coco.
No, I understand. You can't bring Coco yet to the strip club.
No, not bring her.
stop
She's still a
it.
child. Well,
Stop
she's
it.
older.
What's wrong with you?
When she's an
Ever
adult.
take your daughter to the strip
Oh,
club?
we go 3-4 times a week.
Take your daughter to the strip club day.
Yes, take your daughter to work then. David does his best work at the strip club.
There is a really funny story though.
What happened? Uh-oh.
It's just funny.
Go ahead.
So it was Coco's birthday,
Right.
and she had a bunch of friends, and I rented a party bus to
Nice.
take her to the Universal Studios.
That's a beautiful gift.
We go in the Universal Studios, and in the party bus, there's a pole. So I wrapped the pole in a feather boa. So we
Right.
wrapped it all up in a feather boa to disguise it. And then we're going there, and then we're just getting there. They're kind of discovered the pole, and I was like, hey,
They're too young for the pole.
Yeah, don't touch that.
They went for the pole. And
You know, I
then-
read about that in the magazine. It said David Arquette turns his daughter onto stripper pole on the bus.
I know.
Yeah.
No, but then by the time we had come back from the Universal, we're driving back to the house for the rest of the party. Right toward the end, they had torn it down and started spinning. I'm like, girl, why? I know, it was terrible.
I think that's a Chris Rock routine, how you have to keep your daughter
Keep
off
your
the
daughter
pole.
off the pole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, it's wild, your life. It's wild what's going on.
Why is it so wild?
I don't know.
I own 2 nightclubs in L.A. I'm
Right.
involved in this crazy nightlife.
That's how
it's
you
amazing.
That's why you couldn't stay away from
I
drinking.
don't know.
think.
I mean, I enjoy drinking.
Let me ask you your drinking schedule, all right? So, will you drink every night of the week?
No.
Be honest.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
When do you drink? Just weekends?
No, more than that.
Have
I
a glass of
probably
wine?
drink about 4 nights a week.
4 nights a week, you have a glass of wine with dinner? More.
I'm not really a wine guy.
What do you
I'll
into?
have
You're
wine
into
once in
vodka,
a while.
right?
I like scotch. I like vodka.
I fucking hate scotch.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
Yeah.
It's too much.
What
It
do you
doesn't
mean you
taste-
can't handle it? You said you
It doesn't
downed some
taste good.
scotch the other day.
Well, that was under a very, very tense situation. That was a Jerry Seinfeld house. I wanted to fit in. That's why I drank scotch. He has a special room with cigars and scotch, and all the men went in.
And you guys jerk each other off?
What are you, a comedian? Yeah, we jerked each other off and gave each other lap dances with Adam Lambert.
Howard.
No, but I'm saying is a lot of the guys after dinner go and have a cigar.
Right.
And so Jerry goes, you want a cigar? And I was like, I'm looking at every other guy. I'm with that guy Pete, the guy who directed
Sure.
Friday Night Lights and everything.
By the way, your interview with him was just amazing.
Who?
That was-
Jerry?
Yeah, it
that
was really
fun.
great.
Yeah, I'm doing
You've
his-
had some unbelievable interviews recently.
We've had some great guests.
Yeah.
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 Metallica.
Oh,
That was incredible.
do you know what it's like to watch Metallica playing right over there?
I do not.
It was fantastic. We had Metallica. We had Graham Nash in here yesterday.
know.
I love
Beautiful.
that. I love interviewing musicians.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, have you seen what's it called? Muscle. Fred, do you know that
Muscle
new?
Shoals?
Yeah. Have you seen this documentary?
No.
Oh, it's really great.
On
You
the whole
gotta-
Muscle Shoals thing?
Yes, it's
Those
really
are
a
those
wonderful
backup guys.
documentary. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, Fred?
I heard it's good.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah.
Where was I?
I don't know. Oh, you and Jerry
Scotch.
were jerking each other off.
No, we weren't jerking each other. Are you jealous that I know Jerry Seinfeld? Is that what's going on here? Are you jealous? You want to be in the room drinking scotch?
I want to be friends with Jerry.
You do?
No,
I'm doing his show tomorrow.
I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
He's also okay. I have a show coming on Crackle, Crackle.com.
Yeah.
It's called Cleaners, and it starts tomorrow.
And what is that?
It's an amazing show about two hot girls that are like hitmen.
Oh.
And they go on this adventure, and I'm an FBI agent. I go to catch them, but it's the same channel, Crackle.com, that Jerry's got his.
Comedians in cars with coffee?
Yeah.
I'm doing it tomorrow. It's
Oh, you're doing that show?
yes.
Awesome.
But I don't want to do it.
I know
Well,
you
wait a
don't
minute.
want
How
to
do
do it,
you
but
do
you know what?
this?
I think it's great that you're actually getting out into the world.
Well, no.
I'm proud of you.
He came on our show, and then he said to me, I want you to do my show.
Right, but do you have to get in a car and go for coffee?
Yeah, and I'm so annoyed. Like, and it's a weird production because I go, do you guys have a makeup person? They go, oh, we don't use makeup on our show.
So you got to go without makeup,
But
without hair?
but like they made me feel weird about it because I was like, well, but doesn't every show have like a makeup? Am I out of my mind that when you're on camera you wear makeup because otherwise you look like shit?
Not all the time.
No,
I mean, no.
Well, I don't wear
some shows
makeup
like that.
here. So
well,
why should-
then you
Right.
should be fine.
You look
Well,
amazing. Come on.
yeah,
what
I'm
are you
gonna
worried
go.
about?
I don't know. I'm gonna go sans makeup.
Yeah, and also it's just on the internet. It's not like there's
Yeah.
HD like they're all in your grill.
Well, they are up in your grill because you're sitting there in a car
In a
with
car,
Jerry.
they- can't
Yeah,
get
but
that
it's
far
like
away.
a GoPro. It's like a little wide angle lens. Don't
And
sweat it.
then Jerry's like, then we're gonna go somewhere and have coffee and with a lot of people, wherever a lot of people are.
Oh.
And I go, well, why would we do that? Like, why do we have to be around a lot of people? He
Yeah,
goes,
don't you want to interview me?
yeah, I thought you want to talk. I want to be interviewed with a lot of people. No, we'll go to the coffee shop and have coffee. And I said, I don't drink coffee. I really don't. I haven't had coffee since college. Yeah, I mean, where the fuck am I going to drink coffee? I'll have to order water, I guess.
Yeah.
That's going to look awfully lame. So, yeah, we're going to go and have coffee and talk early in the morning.
And then does he drop you off at home when he's done?
Yeah, like it's a date. But yeah, but I don't know. It was very complicated because I go, well, what is this? Just sit in a coffee shop with
it's
crowded
you
coffee. I don't go-
engaging in life.
Yeah,
which
but
is
you can
good.
engage in a studio. Who wants
I
to
know,
talk in
but,
real
like,
life?
It's good. Like it gives
Yeah.
the people another side of you that they don't see. Like I've never seen that. You're always behind that chair, like being the boss. You're the judge, and you're always being the boss. Like that's actually a different side of Howard.
Well, I like
that people
Jerry.
would like to see.
I like Jerry, so I'm going to go do it. That's it. Bottom
Good.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, go to a strip club.
Yeah,
Take
I would
him
do
to a
that.
strip club.
and talk.
Take him to a strip club. It would be hilarious.
At like 9 in the morning.
Yeah, forget
Yes.
forget the coffee shop, Jerry.
I'm sure Ronnie can open one up for you.
All right, so give me your drinking schedule. Tell me what's going on with this drinking.
man.
I want to get to the bottom of this. So you're saying how many scotches will you
enough's
have?
enough.
How many scotches will you have on?
I don't know, man. I kind of want
Like
to
2
go
or 3.
into it.
It's not crazy
You can't
stuff.
even just trust people. You know what I mean? I'd love to lay it all on the line for you, but
No.
people aren't like, they're not trustworthy. So
What about
I
the
drink a
notion
few
that
times a
all
week.
press is good press? Or there's no such thing as bad press?
I don't know. I just don't think people really understand who I am. You know what I mean? The way I get portrayed out there, it's just not actually who I am. I'm actually more of a... Thank you, Fred. I'm more of a guy that,
That what?
I don't know.
I think people
I'm
get
a real cat. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
a good guy.
Everyone thinks you're a good
I handle
guy.
my business.
Who thinks you're a bad guy?
No, it's not a bad guy. Well, maybe it's the housewives or whoever's like out there
Well, you
being
know what
mean
it
to
is.
each other. All these people.
You know what it is, too? You're
What?
divorced from, like, one of America's sweethearts. From friends. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You divorced a friend. That's a whole fucking big deal, too.
I guess so.
Maybe is that when all this negativity started happening?
No, I guess I've always been a bit of a troublemaker.
You know what I think it is?
But,
I think
you
it's
know, it
I
doesn't-
think it's Courtney spreading rumors about it.
No. Courtney's
Honestly,
the
I do.
coolest.
I don't know.
She really is. But it's, it just, it might be like a certain director might not consider me for a certain part because they
think you're a flake.
Yeah, but I've been doing this for 23 years. You know what I mean? I'm not a knucklehead. I've actually,
Dude, I hired you on Son of the Beach. You did one of the best performances of your career.
I know.
You was so good in it.
Johnny Queefer, man.
Johnny Queefer. You brought such...
Queefer madness.
You were awesome.
Still, it's, why that's not on Howard TV, I don't understand.
You know what? I can't get the fucking rights to it. Johnny Queefer's a great episode.
That was an amazing show. I love those guys. I love that show. Yeah, it was great. I was watching an episode the other night. Dave Morganson sent me, and it was the episode where... I love Dave.
It was so funny. It was the episode where the crew from Son of the Beach, the lifeguards, had to go bust a prostitution ring.
That's good.
And it was great. And they call forensics because the blonde comes out with glasses on because she's in forensic and she's in a bikini. Everyone there is in a bikini. And anyway, the girls. And then there was a character named Ellen who was this very butch lesbian woman. And every joke was like, hey, don't worry, we can lick this problem. It was the most juvenile fucking show ever. It was so funny. It was such a good
Jim
show.
Stein, one of Cordy's best friends, a dear friend of mine. He was a writer on that as well. And Tim Stack, love those guys.
Yeah, they were really good. And you were Johnny Queefer.
Certainly was.
Yeah, he was in a motorcycle gang, except they rode bicycles.
And then there was the follow-up, which was Saturday Night Queefer.
Right.
Which then I was like...
Brilliant.
Yeah, then I was like...
Can you queef now for us? So, I'm wondering so many things. I'm wondering how it works when you go over to see Courtney now. Is she still inviting you over to dinner and you guys going to dinners and stuff together, or is it calmed down?
Yeah, I mean, we see each other.
You do?
Not,
it's calmed down.
Quite as much.
Exactly.
I know. So that part's sad, but
yeah, that's the way it goes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't want you to have unrealistic expectations.
Well, I don't have.
Are you still allowed in the house?
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
are?
Yeah.
That'll end. We'll see.
You think?
You mean he's going to have to just stay outside and Coco will have to come out and meet him?
Yeah. That's exactly what I mean. Because the new boyfriend
is not going to want him around?
I don't think she has an official new boyfriend.
She does. I read it. I read it in the same magazines you hate.
No, in those magazines that are so fucking honest.
She's dating her co-star.
You know
the truth.
Just want her to be happy.
David, come on, give it up. What happens when you see this fucking guy in there?
That's all good.
You just can't walk in the house though. You have to announce yourself.
You don't have a key.
Yeah, you don't want to
You don't have a key anymore.
Not really.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Exactly my point.
Exactly
My point.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, they change.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same always. Jeff the Drunk is on the air. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hi, David. How are you?
I'm good, Jeff. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to congratulate you on coming back to our team.
Jeff the Drunk, congratulating David Arquette on drinking again.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jeff, you recommend it, right? It's a good lifestyle.
Yes, it is very good. And David, keep it up, buddy.
That's it. Well,
Thank you,
that's right.
Jeff.
What an honor to hear from the official drunk of all time.
Well, where is it, stated? I was going through a divorce. I went to rehab. I got, I dealt with a bunch of issues and therapy and my emotions. I go and I get sober for 1 year and 6 months. 2 years and 4 months.
Make up your mind.
No, it was.
No, it was 1 year and 6 months, but it felt like 2 years.
No, it was 2 years and 4 months at least.
Yeah.
More than that. But then where's it in the books that you can't if you feel like it's not working for you, that's not exactly who you are, that you can't do that. Why?
There is no book.
Right.
No, in fact, I'm thinking of starting a reverse AA movement where you can go back to drinking responsibly. You know what I mean?
And people will get around.
If you can. It is hard.
I know some
it's
guys,
hard to keep it in check. You know what I mean?
I know guys who have done that.
Right.
Who have been in AA. They were sober for a period of time. And they do go back to drinking.
Is that Jeff the Drunk?
Yes,
still on
absolutely. This is a topic he can. This is in his expertise.
He's one of the guys, right?
Yeah. And Jeff, did you ever stop drinking like what David did?
Never.
He's no quitter.
You would never go to AA and try and sober up, right?
I can't even get a ride there.
He'd go.
At least he doesn't have a car.
No, yeah, that's true.
That is really good, actually.
But
one thing I never do is drink and drive.
Well, you do, but you do make a good point. In other words, there is no rule book that says you can't go back to drinking as long as it doesn't fucking wreck your life. So why did you stop drinking in the first place?
Well, I was heartbroken. I was completely shattered.
And so that was you were medicating yourself basically against.
Yeah,
the
I mean
pain.
there was a lot of things. I mean,
Yeah.
All right, so let me be your spokesperson here, so we can explain to all the shitheads. Your drinking got out of control because you were really fucking down about your divorce. Divorce feels like a defeat. I've been there. I understand it. So you say, you know what? I'm drinking to get over my pain. I'm going to go into AA, and I'm going to sober up or rehab or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You sober up, and you realize, hey, maybe now I got it under control. I don't feel so sad. I got a girlfriend. I'm back on my feet. And now I could drink responsibly.
Yeah. I mean,
is that bullshit?
I don't know. I don't know.
What is Jeff doing?
He's beating
fell
off.
asleep.
Here.
I'm here. Jeff, how much do you drink a day?
I don't really drink that much.
I think he's taking a crap. I'm serious.
No, I think he's orgasming.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Oh.
Was that Ronnie?
Yeah,
That's
Ronnie was
Oh,
demoing
no, why?
what he sounds like when he comes. I like that you asked me if I'm immature when I asked you about Jennifer Aniston and Happy Faces. What do you think? I think that shit's funny to me.
That's really funny.
That's right.
By the way, why don't you do more shows like Son of the Beach, and why don't you brand your
Because
stuff
it was too
out?
much fucking work. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Although I'm working on a
Yeah.
show right now, actually.
Yeah,
That
good.
I think the audience is going to be very excited about.
Nice.
I'm being serious.
I love it.
Very funny. We have a first script. Very funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
Fucking doing my Hollywood thing.
I know.
Goddamn
I
right.
mean, your show that used to come on in L.A. was the greatest.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You know what?
Absolutely.
But I work 24/7 on that thing.
I bet.
Exactly.
I know. You can delegate.
Could drive a man a drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
Jeff, are we done with you or what?
Live long and prosper.
What do you say?
Live long and prosper.
Long and prosper, bitches.
Yes.
Jeff, what do you drink a day? What's your drinking schedule?
I just drink Budweiser.
Oh, that's it. Just beer. And did you start already
But when
today?
do you start?
No.
Yeah.
When do you start? When's cocktail hour?
You know, well,
When's cocktail hour in the trailer?
since I just got paid, I'm trying to save my money for the trip I might be taking.
See, that's why the government can't shut down. He's got to get paid. Yeah, he gets his check
Government
once a month.
shutdown, man.
Yeah, he's got to get his check once a month. God forbid he'll have to get out and work.
God forbid it's right.
Right. So when you get your check, most of it goes to drinking and cigarettes, right?
No.
Okay. Trust me. Well, you're upset about the government shutdown? I am.
Absolutely. It's so horrible, man.
Yeah, I'm all worked up about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? All right, thank you, Jeff.
Can't get a schedule of drinking out of Jeff either.
Oh, you know
No,
what?
you know what? No one wants to talk about their drinking. I got a bunch of guys who drink, and nobody wants to have fun talking about it.
Listen, there's something for Twitter. Since I don't have it anymore, I can't do it.
Right.
But it's hashtag.
You'll be back.
Hashtag get covered. And it's today that they're doing it, because if you do that, you can look into it, and then it's something with Obamacare, and they'll show you, walk you
Dude,
through
why don't you
getting all
get your
that.
Twitter account back and show us how to do it? Stop it. You can fucking handle
Get
it.
covered.
Why don't you go on
Hashtag get covered. I
You
don't
really,
know.
you know you're
Everybody
going to
do
go
that.
back to Twitter. You know you are.
I don't know, man.
It's like with the drinking. You went off for a while, you'll be back. That's all. Wheels, go ahead.
What's worse?
Will you smoke a little weed?
What up,
Will you
Wheels?
smoke a little weed, or are you off weed completely?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
Because they blow it up like I'm
Who's
a
they?
drug addict. These fucking people.
You'll smoke a little weed here and there.
I don't want to talk about any of it.
What do you care what other people say?
That's right.
That's true, Wheels. I know.
Is there any men in your family for real?
Any what?
Any boys?
Yeah.
Boys?
I got my brother Richard. No, I actually don't care what they say, but I don't also want to give them like fuel for the fire.
We all think you're great. You're quirky. You say knucklehead twice today. If you don't act like a knucklehead, I think you're amazing. I mean, who cares what people say?
Thanks,
right.
Wheels.
Wheels is right.
He is.
He is right.
Hey, Howard, do you block people on Twitter because they say bad things?
Never.
About you?
Never. I don't block anybody because I don't even sit and read it that much. I just disseminate information on it.
Who cares?
No, I know.
I read a couple of
care too
things,
much.
and then if I see something negative, I kind of laugh at it.
The real question is, what kind of ladies' man are you if you can't get Robin Quivers.
I know.
Banged a string. She let a stranger bang her in the ass.
It's so true. Well, it's
you bought her
true.
wine. You bought her tattoo.
Yeah, I put in my time.
Finger banged her.
I know. You're telling me.
Yeah. Should have finger banged her right at the tattoo parlor.
Oh, I would have went right for anal. That's what she liked.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right.
Love you, Robin.
I love you, too.
Thank you, Wheels. All right, Johnny O, go ahead.
Good morning, Howard. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
Hey, before I bust David's balls, can you let the audience know when you're going to be on Seinfeld's show?
Yes, I will. I mean, I'm just taping it tomorrow. I don't know when it
do they
actually
air?
airs.
Well, yeah, let us know when it airs. That's a really great show. I don't know if you've watched it, but the one with Chris Rock is, like, phenomenal.
I've watched almost all of them. I'm a fan of the show. I'm a fan of Jerry's. I love Jerry, and I'm happy to do it. But you know, look, I mean, I'm happy to do it. I'll do it, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy about anything.
They turn it over pretty quick.
They turn it over quick.
Crackle.com, yeah.
I think you guys will have a great, a great time, and I think it'll be really.
I don't know that we'll have a great time. We'll see. I mean, everyone goes, "Oh, you're gonna have." He's not the only one.
You'll have a great time.
Everyone goes, "Oh, you're gonna have a great time," and I go, "Well, where's the guarantee in that?" Jerry and I think, are sometimes a little awkward with one another. We'll see how it goes.
That'd be funny, though.
And Jerry's going to interview me, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess he has some questions written down.
Yeah.
Frosty, go ahead in Babylon.
Hey, Howard, I just wanted to say that I think these two are totally full of shit and that they actually fucked David and Robin.
Hey.
That would, that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me.
I want to smell David's fingers.
Let me smell your fingers to see if I can smell. I know Robin. I can tell anywhere. Actually, they're fucking right now. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Listen, David Arquette, he wasn't here for his health. He's trying to tell you something. David is on a show called Dream School. This is a reality series where David is your homeroom teacher, which is insane.
It's really fun, and it's got a lot of heart.
And you have fun with the kids? You're not a drag?
Absolutely.
You're not too much of a disciplinarian?
No.
Are you a disciplinarian as a father? Are you very strict?
I'm not very strict.
Yeah, I can't see that.
But I'm pretty good.
You're pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Watching David Arquette on Dream School. Also, check out David on Cleaners on Crackle.com.
I think you guys like the two hot chicks.
And I go on
that
Crackle.
Are just shooting and lots of fun.
I just go on Crackle.com and put in David Arquette and I can find it?
You put in Cleaners. And then it'll come up. I'm sure if you put my name too.
And can you make any money on that?
Yeah, you make a little money.
Make a couple of bucks?
Yeah, it's
All right.
fun.
But
it's fun. It's also not a huge commitment, and you shoot it quickly. And the director, Paul Layton, was a really got a great eye and wrote a great script. And
isn't that great about the internet now? You could just go do something for fun like that and have a good time and put it out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. It's really great. And also, David wants you to start bullying people. So tweet hashtag start bullying.
No,
and start drinking.
Get covered.
Oh, get covered. I thought you were for bullying. I made a mistake.
No, everyone's got to get health care. That's why they shut down the government, because they were so pissed off that somebody strong-armed the fact that we get universal health care.
Right.
I mean, really? That's what they're upset about? The last time somebody strong-armed something, it was, weapons of mass destruction, which was a complete lie, and nobody went to jail over it. And hundreds of thousands of people died. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. It really is, man.
You know what? I think
Take it easy.
Take it easy, nothing. Get these fucking guys in Congress to go back to work and get the fucking country running again. And I'm the fucking asshole.
All right.
And I'm the one who's out of control. These fucking knuckleheads are out there fucking causing people to lose their fucking livelihood. Really?
Really?
Really, yes. Everyone needs to be kinder to each other and fucking understand that there's a greater good in this fucking world that we should all start being a part of.
Hey, you hear that, Eva Mendes?
Stop it.
Come on, honey. You know you want it.
No, come on. I'm sorry, Eva.
All right, you've said it all. Just calm the fuck down now.
Well, let's get the government back to work.
I agree.
The last time they shut it down, they finally started back up, and Clinton balanced the budget. So these motherfuckers.
All right, there you go.
No, I'm upset. You know what I mean? And people spend time.
Commentary. If we're going to end it with these motherfuckers.
This is why we hired him to be Johnny Queefer. You hear this anger? That's what he did. He
By the way, I'll fucking bring some of those clowns down.
I love it.
I'm sorry. I hope they all lose their jobs.
I love when you're on fire. All right. Enough with that music.
Yeah, we could spend all of our time talking about each other
You
and
look
being
great.
cruel to each other,
Right.
or we can start figuring it out.
David-
Let people be themselves.
I love you.
And then really start taking care of
All
what's
right, listen
important.
to me.
Yes, sir.
All right. Chill out for 1 second. I love you. You look good. You go
too.
do the Today Show and just,
Thanks.
keep it all
Settle
together.
down.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a settle down.
Settle down.
Yeah, right. Tell the Eva Mendes story. They'll love it. All right. We will be back right after
Love you
these
guys.
words. Love you too,
Good to see
David.
you.
David Arquette, everybody.
If he had looked this handsome that night.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Well, now you can, right? You're both single, right?
Yeah.
No, he's not
I'm
single.
He's on the side of the Mississippi. He's single enough.
Single at the
No, it was one of the things I missed was being able to greet the guests when they were here.
You know what? You didn't miss that much.
I didn't miss that
I
much.
greeted him for you.
It's good to see you.
I
good,
think
man.
what it, you too, brother. I think what it was ultimately was that it's kind of little brother and sister. You know what I mean?
You should have
Like we
fingered.
kissed
The guy on the
and
phone was right.
she's a little
the
creeped
guy
out.
tried to give you advice. You just finger him. That's it.
yeah.
Just walk up.
Nice. Good to see you guys.
You mentioned towards the top of the interview about being on Andy Cohen
Yes.
last night, and a caller said, "Why'd you go on Howard? Because you get yourself into trouble."
I know. I'm sure. I sure just did it again. But
What went down in there that you think you might be getting some heat for, some backlash?
who knows? I'm sure I've got a strip club addiction,
Right.
which actually wouldn't be so much of a lie. So, for what it's worth, that's what it's worth.
Despite the way the media might twist and turn things, I feel as if you come at the Stern Show with an obligation as a listener, as a fan, to be interesting, to be revealing, because you know what it's like to be in the car listening. You know what it's
Absolutely. And I love you guys. You know what I mean? This is one of the great things about the Stern Show is that it broke down a lot of barriers in honesty, where people, started talking about shit they never talked about before, and started joking in a way that you never joked before. And I love Howard. I love, just sitting in and talking with him. It's just fun. So whatever. Wheels had it right. Why do I fucking care? I should not care as much as I do. But I do care because people are cruel. I don't talk shit about people. I don't go around in my life talking shit about people, about what they're doing in their private life or judge them. I really don't.
So it's one thing to come in here and joke, it's another to twist and turn it for, with cruel intention.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, David.
Thank you, guys.
You always provide a great interview.
Thanks so much.
All right, man. Thanks, man.